Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for joining the Collectors Table Live. How's everybody feeling today? I got everybody here. Kevin, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Ready to kick it off. A lot to talk about today.
Yeah, I'm still waking up. I'm having my coffee over here. Anthony, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, another weekend, man. Just had all them crazy X-Men hauls, so I'm still tired from unboxing Saturday.
Yeah, you've been busy lately. You've been getting a lot of boxes in, huh?
Yes, sir.
How many pieces total?
6.
Wow. Do they throw in the shirt too after you buy so many XM pieces? Or
Actually,
looks like an XM representative.
I had this about probably 3 years ago, Kevin. I was going real hard for them promoting. They sent it to me free. So,
well, I've been drooling over your collection all week, man. So
yeah,
I'm going to live vicariously through you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. It's been looking good. We've been seeing the pictures kind of circulating on Facebook and stuff like that. So thanks for sharing. Yes, Shane, what's going on, man? The Dark Lord.
Not much. Had a fun day yesterday, and now just kind of chilling and gonna have a good show. Glad X came on, and I get to see his beautiful X-Men behind him.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. When you come on Constructive Outrage, you got a suit and tie, and here you're just business casual. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, remember, you forgot the thumbnail was the XM Studio shirt, so I just wore what the thumbnail had for this.
He cares about the thumbnail, Shane.
You should have seen the picture that I was going to send you of X. He didn't like it too much. The little photoshopped.
Oh, really?
I put XM Mr. Sinister underneath his XM Studios logo. He's like, I'm not coming on the show if that's on the thumbnail.
I said, you and Kev and Adam found another replacement. I won't be able with that thing. That is the worst piece ever. I'll burn my XM shirt with that piece next to it.
Oh, I got to see the picture now. You got to send it to me.
I will.
I think I got it. Yeah, I think he still got it.
You're good. You're good. We're getting a couple of people trickle in here. Let's say what's up to some people. If Nas ruled the world, what's up, man? How you doing? K-Fet up in the chat saying what's up to people. MMC Payne, what's up, collectors? All things gaming. What's cracking, fizzles? Night.
Like it.
Morning. That's kind of night. Morning. Morning, man. Shane's up in the chat. Gotham Cinnabites. I got to talk to you about some AC stuff, man. I think I took a little bit too long. How often should you get your AC maintenance? Like twice a year? I'm only saying this because Gotham, if you guys don't know, he works in like HVAC. But
like you're talking your central air?
Yeah.
I haven't got mine serviced in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just haven't.
It's probably been like about a year and a half for me, and I'm already getting nervous. But
oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know if you're supposed to do it like twice a year or something, but I don't know. We'll see. I got to talk to Gotham.
What's up, Mike?
Mike, what's up, man? How you doing? Chris Tron, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Ledge, nice to see you. That's our boy right there.
Yep.
Jerry, how you doing, Jerry? Thanks for joining. And I think that was everybody. Did I miss anybody? I think that was pretty much everybody. Oh, Mitch. I don't know if I missed Mitch. How you doing, Mitch? Nice to see you. All right, guys. So busy week with collecting. You had the Sideshow Comic Con. You had San Diego Comic Con. A lot of stuff pretty much came out. But I don't know. What did you guys think about the con? Did you feel like it was like some heavy hitting stuff, or it was just like kind of like?
We talking Sideshow or San Diego?
Both.
There were some cool reveals and pieces. Nothing I'm necessarily going to get, but always happy to see some Star Wars pieces coming.
Yeah,
I think that Deathstroke is nice. I'm not a fan of the pose per se, but it's nice. And that Carnage piece by PCS is kind of crazy. I don't know. I got to see better pictures of it.
Me too. Yeah, I agree.
The concept is awesome. I'll give it that.
Kevin, what do you think? Did you see anything that was like, hey man, wow, this was a doozy right here. This one's a nice one.
I was gonna say with Sideshow Con, there was a couple new pieces that caught my interest. The Poison Ivy did. As we were mentioning before the show, I went ahead and pulled the trigger. I just picked up both of them, and I go, one's gonna stay in the collection, one will, I'll sell, but I'd like to look at them in person. So I've got that. But I felt like Sideshow Con might have gone a little too long, too many days. It didn't seem like they had a lot of stuff that was brand new, a lot of the repeats, things that I'd seen before. But there was a couple cool pieces there, and I haven't seen everything from San Diego Comic Con, so I know that's still going. But
yeah,
overall, it was still a great week. It was a lot of fun, had a lot to do, a lot to watch.
Yeah.
I wish I had Kevin money where I could afford to buy every variant of new statues that come out and then see which one I like and then sell the other one at a loss. I wish I could do that.
Kevin, so you picked up, let's talk a little bit about it now. So you picked up the Poison Ivy premium format, right? But you got both.
I went ahead and got both of them. Yep.
Just couldn't decide, or?
I was looking at them and I like both of them. I like both the variations, and I was like, at first I was all about the flesh tone, and then they threw out the exclusive one there that was green. I'm like, gosh, that looks pretty cool too. And I knew that one was going to go fast. So I go, I'm just going to go ahead and reserve that. And said, I'll just pick up the flesh one too. So yes, Shane, I don't do that too often, but this time I decided just to pull the trigger. And like I said, whatever I like the most will stay in the collection.
Very nice.
Fair enough.
Very nice. Mike is saying there's definitely some cool reveals. Not for everyone, but some different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, some different stuff. What about you, X? Anything you liked? Nothing you're going to pull the trigger on, right? There was no X-Men stuff.
No, the only piece I would have grabbed was that half-scale Akuma that everybody else said I'm crazy, but I actually liked it, man. It was, if I had to get like a glass display like they had, that would be the only non-X-Men piece I had. And the only other piece that I'm still thinking about getting is the LBS Hulk. But I'm still trying to keep it all X-Men because I have no other license but them. I'm trying to stick to them.
Hey, not to interrupt you real quick, but I think your mic is coming in real staticky.
Yeah, it's staticky, X. I mean, we could hear what you're saying.
I can hear what you're saying, yeah, but it's just real staticky. I didn't know if you knew.
All right, is that better?
No. Your microphone sounds like what Rashid's camera used to look like. Shit.
Yeah, I got it on the D's, remember, so it stopped picking up, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, you're not coming in low. You're just coming in very crackled and staticky.
Oh.
Like there's interference.
Here, why don't you, if you want to leave and come back in and then try to fix it, that's cool. You can just jump right back in. Test it before you come back in.
All right.
But I'll let him work on that real quick.
Adam runs a tight ship here, guys. He doesn't put up with this. Should see the shit we got to go through before the show.
Oh yeah,
that's
sound
right.
checks.
That's
and everything.
right.
It's ridiculous.
Fucking inspections and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we ever show up with two black eyes, because we didn't listen to Adam the first time.
You guys are so full of shit.
Fuck, it's tough.
Oh,
you think Rashid's bully?
I wanted to show you guys this. Hang on. Let me see if I can share this. I was talking to one of the community members. I actually chat with him quite well every now and then. Jason Borrego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real good guy. And lately on my Facebook feed, I've been seeing t-shirts. And I think it's because we're all part of the same community, and Facebook kind of dishes out whatever their friends are looking at, or it kind of shares between friends. So I've been seeing a lot of graphic tees. Anyway, he shared this with me, and I thought this was really cool. And it was the Alien and Predator t-shirt, graphic tee. Cool. So I went ahead and picked this thing up. I thought it was cool. But yeah, this is the website, Cavity Colors, or that's the name of the company. So, but there's a lot out there. There's a lot of different ones, and this is another one. I'll probably
Are you getting this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're getting this one here too?
Yeah, this one's creepy as shit. I'll probably just wear this one on the channel or around the house, but this is pretty cool.
Fuck, dude, say some pussy for the rest of us.
Look how it comes out the egg there. That's pretty creepy looking.
Yeah, that's face huggers are cool and scary as fuck.
Yeah. So I got that one, and then I got this one too. There's a Alien and Predator.
I like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
You should wear this on date night with the wife.
Yeah, I
exactly.
would.
Anniversaries.
Yeah, I'll wear this to a wedding.
Oh yeah.
No, but yeah. So I picked up some of that stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. What else is kind of in the news? If you guys like Mortal Kombat, I don't know if anybody's going to play the Mortal Kombat game that's coming out. This is a little off topic with statues, but Homelander is going to be in the new Mortal Kombat game, and they got Omni-Man, and they got a couple other characters. But I thought that was cool. So I'm going to be playing that. I don't know if anybody else is going to be getting a Mortal Kombat game or if there's any.
I actually thought about getting back into Mortal Kombat. I stopped playing at like part 3.
This one looks epic, man. This one looks epic. MK1. But what else did I kind of see? Oh, and then this is why I brought it up. That's right. So if you get like their ultimate collector's edition or whatever it is, it's like $250, but people are already selling pre-orders on eBay for like $400. You get a statue. You get a Liu Kang statue. And I just thought this was cool. 16 and a half feet tall, or excuse me, 16 and a half inches.
I was like, I don't think so.
16 and a half inches tall. That was a big statue, man.
That's fuck. I'll buy the game.
Yeah.
There you go.
$25,000.
That's a steal. But you get like this exclusive steel case, the statue, the collector's box. You get some art prints.
Are you buying that version?
I don't know. I was thinking about it.
Oh,
All right, is that better?
Yeah, you sounded better.
Sound good.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate that. So yeah, we were just talking about. I don't know if you play any games or anything like that, but we were talking about the new Mortal Kombat game that's coming out, and then it's coming with like this. The collector's edition is coming with this Liu Kang statue.
Oh, that's cool.
And I thought it was cool, so I was just sharing it with you guys. But anyway,
yeah, I'm waiting for Spider-Man 2 to launch.
Oh yeah, and that's got like the crazy Venom in it, where you can be like Venom or at least fight him or something. I don't know.
So I got a question. Mitchell here says, I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat, but I don't know how I feel with the game being reset. The game's being reset, and if so, can you explain that?
Yeah.
I think so it's called Mortal Kombat 1, so they're kind of like redoing it. I don't know what that means though. I just know that they're taking it back to like Mortal Kombat 1. So
yeah, he's saying because they were supposed to go to like in Mortal Kombat 11 and then do 12 Shane. So since they went to 1, that's what everybody's considering a reset.
But what does that mean? Like they're still going to have all the characters that they've had up until now, right?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be different rosters and stuff, and then there's like different styles of the game, and there's different like they got cameos. They got something called cameos where you could be fighting somebody and then you have your partner jump in and they whoop some ass and then jump back out.
Yeah, it's almost like you know how Tekken had the little Tekken tag, but except you're not tagging them. So you're like grabbing like, you know, King and fighting somebody, and then Law comes in and kicks them. It's almost like that style now. They've never had that before in Mortal Kombat. Where you
kind
can be
like wrestling.
Yeah, you can beat up somebody with Sub-Zero, and then Kano will come and hit him with his laser eye because that's his special. So it's almost like a tag type, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, I was thinking about getting this. I might do it just to get the statue, and I might even review the little statue. It's a lot of these game statues are kind of cool. Some of them are cheesy, but a lot of them are cool. But
would you put that statue next to your Tukashme? What's the name of that fucking Japanese statue you got?
You're talking about Jin Sakai?
I took a guess. Yeah, are you going to put it next to that for your gaming statues?
It might be. It might look a little different next to it because they're just different qualities, but it might just be something where I just sit it next to my PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
put it on your desk at work.
Yeah, I can put it at my desk at work too. I work a lot with the public though, so something will like somebody walk on my desk and that shit'll disappear.
You could tell people that you are like a 2nd degree black belt in some fucking kung fu, and that was your sensei.
All right, guys. So we're gonna just jump straight into the pictures. We got a lot of pictures to go over, so I just want to jump straight into it. We got a lot to cover. But anyway, we talked a little bit about this, me and Shane, the other night. I know Kevin didn't have a chance, and we didn't hear from Anthony either. Actually, I got these pictures over here.
Good to know.
Hang on.
Go to the Mortal Kombat loop for a little bit. A lot of it.
I'll just show it from here because I'm just taking last week's pictures, but well, some of them. All right, so this was the Ghost Rider that Sideshow was showing off at Sideshow Con.
Yep.
And I know I heard from Shane, and me and Shane already gave our thoughts. Kevin, what did you think about this?
Oh, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was a great piece. I love how the motorcycle's coming out of hell here, coming out of the ground, like one from the comics when he's summoning it and everything. So it looks great. I was trying to remember, was it XM a while back that did the full Ghost Rider on motorcycle and everything that was well received. So this is a nice kind of variation of that. So if you're a diehard Ghost Rider fan, this would definitely be a piece I would put in my collection if I was collecting that sort of thing. But I do have my limits, so unfortunately, this part of the Marvel universe will not come into the X-Men universe in my collection.
Very nice. Anthony, what'd you think?
I liked it too. Kind of like what Kev said. My only thing was, like everybody else, if you're not displaying it at that first angle where you don't see the back of it, you're gonna complain and use the B word, which everybody knows what that is. Why is it not a full bike? But in that, man, like execution's good. The flames are good. I don't see them messing up the flames, kind of like with that Jean Grey they had that looked like burnt cheese.
Like cheese.
This one looks actually better. So it's
I think I agree. Yeah, I think this looks better too.
However, we haven't seen high quality pictures yet.
Yeah, these were like screenshots.
Yeah.
But let's hope it's better.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to spend too long on this one just because we talked a little bit about it already, but I thought it was cool. I like it. And obviously you're not getting the full bike because they're probably trying to save on cost a little bit. That's the other portrait.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In my opinion, this is a decent Ghost Rider, and it's a good Ghost Rider if you're on a budget. If you can't afford one of the two big customs that are out, the Mac and Fury, and if you can't afford the XM or you don't have the space for it, this is a good budget alternative Ghost Rider that's still decent.
Yeah. So we were talking about price point last time too, Shane. Kevin, what do you think a price point is going to be for something like this?
Yeah, if I was just take a guess off the top of my head, I think this thing will probably fall around the $850 range.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Around $750 to $850 is what I said.
Yeah, I'd say $800 to $850.
Anthony, what do you think?
Well, depending on how light the bike is, man. If the bike is light, I don't see it passing $750 because there's not a lot of whole real estate to make it worth that $850 to me. Usually when it's $850 is because it's more mass, like it's bigger. Yeah. So that's why I said, because it's such a thin bike and he's a thin character, it's not like he's a Bane or a Juggernaut or, you get what I'm saying, a stocky character. He's a slimmer dude. That the weight's not going to be immersed for them to try to even shoot a 900, 850 range. I would say 750 max.
It's thin, but it's also deep. It's 2 feet deep, which is a lot bigger than most Sideshow bases.
Oh, it's 2 feet deep? Okay.
It's
okay. That may be like you and Kev said.
That's a full standard garage shelf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what these are behind me. They're 24. So I know that's why, bro.
Yep. But anyway, yeah, I think that's a cool piece. I'm looking forward to seeing their pictures when they release them. I think it'll be a lot better for us to get a really good idea of if you want to buy it or not. And then we talked about this one a little bit. I didn't see too many pictures of this going around. But another Batman. I know we see a lot of Batman pieces.
That's a good point about Piggy. We don't know about the light ups on the Ghost Rider. Could be more. If it lights up. I'm going to guess it doesn't light up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would say if it lights up, it still don't make past 850 because they was able to do Storm with her little thing, and then Psylocke has the lamp light up, and they didn't pass 800.
No, but those bases are a lot smaller in comparison to this piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got this Gaslight Gotham Batman. What'd you guys think about this?
I love everything about it.
Yeah.
Indeed. I did too. And I'm not even really a Batman dude, but if I had to buy a Batman statue, this wouldn't get a pass from me. This would get a check mark.
Yep. Did you guys see the animated movie of this?
No, not yet.
No. Is it good?
It's I thought it was enjoyable. It's a different spin on it. It's got the whole Jack the Ripper kind of thing going on.
I heard it wasn't great. That's why I never watched it.
Oh, I probably disagree with people on that one. It was entertaining.
Oh, now I will watch it. You're the first person to tell me it was good.
Where did you watch it at?
Oh, it was Blu-ray or something like that. I just checked it out at one point. So I like this variation. I know, there's a lot of people in the community who are kind of like into that whole steampunk vibe and stuff like that. It has a little bit more of that spin. So, if you're kind of into that scene and you need a Batman, this would be great. But Shane, I've got him whispering in my ear every once in a while. I try to keep my characters limited. As I tell you earlier, I got 2 Poison Ivys coming in. But with that said, still, if I didn't have a Batman, I would probably consider this one. It's just kind of a different take on him, and I love him.
Yeah.
What's up, Rashid? Yeah, it doesn't look bad. And again, a lot of these Batman statues look really good. Again, I'm just tired of seeing another Batman statue.
Oh, I get it.
By no means does it look bad.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like it. I mean, yeah, you see a lot of Batman statues, but you can't deny that it's a good looking piece.
Yeah,
Alec is saying it's on Max. Is he talking about HBO Max?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got that.
Oh, it's on Max. Okay.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I watched it when DC had their channel.
I've tried to get the DC online, the streaming.
Yeah.
DC. It's still not available in Canada. I can't imagine why. Like, they'd make a lot of money, but
right, because y'all got a lot of especially. I mean, really, all 3, have the Batman following: Mexico, United States, and Canada, because we're all U.S. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was a cool reveal. Here's another one.
I think this looks good. I think I'm not a big fan of the pose. The pose is overdone. It does have that ninja feel to it, that assassin feel, and it doesn't look bad by any means. I'm just not a fan of this pose. It's a little too much for me.
I like this pose. It feels like he just landed on top of like a part of a building and he's about to just F somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Shane. It's got that very ninja-like feel,
The lunge, is a little too
more of a assassin, though, right?
Me. It's too exaggerated.
Almost like he should have been on one of the Ra's al Ghul guys instead of Destro being an assassin, sneaky killer. Like, I don't got to sneak. I'm not being sneaky in that pose. I'm being, I'm here, whereas he's most like way across the other side of the building and he sniped you, pew, you're dead,
I like him with the swords.
I do like it though. Like, it is a nice piece. And honestly, I'm considering getting a quarter scale Deathstroke piece. So there's not many licensed ones. Actually, I don't know if there's any licensed 1/4 scale that's not a samurai. I don't want XM Samurai. And the P1 is 1/3. Otherwise, I'd get that. That piece is fantastic.
I could have swore that Sideshow made a throwback one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Saying that. I'm saying that they were saying that this one destroyed that one. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you've only had one other chance besides this one, So
yeah,
this paint looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sideshow mess up paint in a minute. So, like, as far as like with the metallic and all that,
Yeah, they
so
usually do pretty good.
Sidelock paint. Yeah, the Sidelock that Critical just got, it was a good solid paint job, and that pink one will come out. So.
Is that the Force Perspective Psylocke?
Yeah, the one that got the moon and all that in the back, like all her paint jobs.
I'm not a fan of that piece at all.
I'm just like the colors. I don't like the piece. Psylocke's gonna be hard to hit, man.
If you look at her shoulder and everything, she looks so skinny, man. She looks like a fucking POW. Like, her bones are the way you see like her pronounced shoulder bones and everything. Like, someone needs to give her a sandwich. Like, she's way too skinny. She looks like she's been starved.
Yeah.
And I'm not a guy who wants like a big booty Judy on every statue by any means, but I like them not to look like a skeleton also.
Kevin, do you like this?
Yeah, I've been looking at this pretty closely here, and I just sold my 1/3. I'd had it forever in the collection, and I'm going to be hard pressed to ever say that Florida Gators colors look good on any supervillain, but this one they pull it off, man. And if I got to go down to a 4th scale, this Deathstroke's probably going to be in my collection. I like it. I like.
To be fair, there's not much other choice.
Good point there.
And if I got Samurai.
So.
Samurai is a nice piece.
Chris Tron is saying it's a good action pose.
It is. I just think the lunge is a little over exaggerated. That's all. I'm not even saying get rid of the pose. It's just a little overdone. Like the stretch is a little much for me.
Yeah, I like these colors.
But the piece looks good.
That's what Kev was saying. Like you see these colors and you automatically think Florida Gators, but
Sideshow just gives you like a good amount of bang for your buck. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's great. If you don't,
for the most part,
I'm always spending $2,000, $3,000, $1,800 on Alien and Predator pieces and stuff like that. It's nice to appreciate a nice quarter scale that's nice and clean, not overdone, just real nice paint. A solid pose.
Yeah, especially if you're more into like the classic setup, that's all they do. Whereas like me, I'm more of a modern guy, so I pretty much, that's why I'm able to get all the XM. And people are like, why you didn't mix it up? I'm like, well, because Sideshow don't do modern. They're just all classic, man. Their Cyclops was nice, classic.
And that's what I like about Sideshow is that they do classic, but there's a way to do classic without making it look cheap or boring. And sometimes they fall short, and it does look like, I think the first Deathstroke, I don't think it looked bad necessarily. Like, it's not a bad piece, but it looked boring, even though it was really classic.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sucker. You can take 5-10 minutes out of my day if Sideshow throws one of those behind the scenes where they're showing the artist painting the pieces and stuff like that. I get sucked right into that. I'm always watching those. I love it.
Mm-hmm. They're really interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, the way that they paint and their skill with the airbrush and stuff like that. So I've been really pleased. I feel like Sideshow has come a long way, especially on the comic type characters. I don't hear as many complaints on the faces and things like that now. Anytime you go into anything that's from a movie or whatnot, there's gonna be some criticism and there's gonna be some getting that actor's likeness. But man, when they stay in the world of comics, especially of the last couple of years, they seem to be spot on. They're great pieces.
I think they had no choice though, Kev, because with Prime One doing the 1/3 all comic, and then somebody is like, well, I don't have room for that. Like say Adam has the room, you have the room, I had the room, but people that wanted to do 1/4, it was almost like it would make them look bad. Yeah. And then you got XM that's just popping all these knockers out and Hulk transformation, and then War Tank, and then Hulkbuster, and they're just like, bro, even though these pieces are double with Sideshow, people were still willing to pay double because they wanted the quality that XM was giving, and they knew Sideshow wasn't going to make certain characters. Case in point, why as Spidey villain Adam, XM was their dream because they wasn't going to get no Sandman and Scorpion, all of that from Sideshow. Like, it's just been a known fact. They don't chase rare characters. Now you know that Sideshow's even delving into a little bit of awkward characters. Nobody thought they was going to do Ghost Rider, but I guarantee that's because XM's been in the picture so long doing random characters. So I was just like, oh, so you can make money off of a Ghost Rider. XM made it, So that's just how my outtake on it from what I've seen the last.
I think you're spot on, man. No,
that's a good point. Very good point. Anyway, like I said, the last thing I'll say about this is if you got some premium formats, some quarter scales, and you got the rest of the other lines and you need a Deathstroke, I think this would be an excellent addition. I think this is nice. It's a nice clean piece, nothing over the top, but really still a great piece.
The only thing, the biggest thing keeping me from getting this is I will be displaying it on a bottom shelf. And it looks like it's one of those pieces that
should up high
top shelf, like XM Sabretooth.
Yeah, exactly. So Adam, I was telling Shane that the only thing with some pieces is they don't look right because like Sabretooth, like how he's over there, for me, if you put him low, he does not look good. And then XM Beast, that's why I had to have him up here, Adam and Kev, because he don't look good low. So it's just certain pieces you got to take that into consideration when you're buying a piece. Like, hey, where am I gonna put it? Up high, down low, things of that. Because not all pieces can be just go anywhere on the shelf, bro.
Just go anywhere. That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, solid piece. You know, if anybody's getting it, post some.
Rashid's getting it.
Oh,
yeah,
is he?
Critical's getting it.
You know, that's his.
Oh yeah,
top.
Critical. I forgot to ask Critical if he was getting this.
Man, he said that's day one because that's his favorite character. So
yeah, I was getting ready to say. I don't care for the base too much.
He doesn't do
like
just one.
this stuff down here is kind of, you know, it's all right. But anyway, we've seen this before. They showed it a little bit more. It looks like his hair needs to be redone, but what'd you guys think about this? I love this Batman outfit.
Yeah, I like the suit. And I'm not even really a movie dude, but as far as like, if I remember that movie with Christian Bale, yeah, that suit is good from what they gave him.
Would you want him with his cowl on or off like this? Do you like it off?
See, I'm one of the few people that probably don't care if it's either or because I like him both ways. Kind of like Magneto, as being an X-Men person. The one that I ordered from XM, I'm going to use the unmasked portrait with him holding the helmet. So this would be fine for me. It's the same, same scenario.
Oh, Mike, you picked this up, huh?
Mike picks everything up.
Nice.
Mikey buys everything.
Mr. X Jr., huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do a video of this, Mike. This looks good. And I think Christian Bale's like probably my favorite Batman.
Out of the ones, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lot of people like him.
I mean, he really opened it up with the Dark Knight. When they started making those movies, it was like a different type of Batman.
I think he's got the best movies. He's not my favorite Batman. Although I think he was very good.
Who was your favorite Batman again?
Dark.
I prefer Ben Affleck, and then I take Pattinson over him. But if we're doing a combination of Bruce Wayne and Batman, then Pattinson's off the table because he's my least favorite Bruce Wayne.
I think he did pretty good. I think he did pretty good as a Batman. I just can't take the Twilight thing out of my fucking head, man.
Man, if you could get Brokeback Mountain out of your head for Heath Ledger and the Joker, you could get rid of Twilight.
I guess that's a good point too. What's his name again?
Gimli.
Gimli.
That's not true, Mike. I just hate dentists who love Batman and Iron Man. There's a difference.
Now I get Shane's frustration with Batman. Like you do see a ton of like Batman, Iron Man, Spider-Man. For me, it doesn't make it any less like, and I'm not speaking for Shane, I'm just speaking for myself, but like I still like those characters. You just do see a lot of them.
So when I see a Batman statue, instinctively I'm like, oh my God, another Batman. But I'm the same way with Venom. I'm the same way with the Spider-Man. I'm the same way with the Superman.
But even if you think about it,
it's just Batman's the most overdone.
Yeah, I was about to say, because if you think about it, Adam, like if we're thinking like right now, like what's been teased lately out of those main, Batman's the only one come to mind. I haven't seen nobody tease the new Venom from Sideshow or XM or Prime One on their Thursday.
Yeah.
But Batman, he's been teased by everybody.
Yeah.
XM's doing Batman. Sideshow's got a Batman Gaslight. Prime One's got 40 different Batman. I mean, like, well, you know what I'm saying? So it's just.
Yeah, I feel the same way about X-Men with Wolverine. I'm like, if I see one more Wolverine, I'm done.
Yeah, it don't help that the custom people are just shooting him out too. He's the most custom done X-Men out of everything. Him and Wolverine, him and Magneto. Oh my God.
And Wolverine is one of my top 3 favorite superheroes. So, and I love Wolverine. But again, when I see another Wolverine, I'm like, another one.
And I probably got one of the weakest ones because, we got the XM one, Shane, that a lot of people didn't like. But that's why I
love it, man. That's my favorite 1/4 scale Wolverine. I have mine repainted.
Yeah. That's why I told you the custom head works out. So
I like that it's small. I like that it's metal claws. I love the sculpt. I love the outfit. I love the base. I love everything. And now that I got it repainted, I fucking love it. I'll never get rid of that Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think this statue right here is going to be, I think it's going to look crazy in person.
Is that quarter scale?
On this. Half.
Oh,
There's a
that's half scale.
It's half, but
Oh,
it's only
oh,
25
okay. So it's gonna
tall.
go with it's gonna go with the elf guy, Legalioso, his name. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what y'all saying because I seen him in half scale and it's real nice. So.
Yeah, I've seen
my
some
God.
close-up pictures of this, man, and this thing looks crazy, but yeah.
Oh yeah, this with all these different movie adaptation statues and stuff like that, I feel like this one is like spot on. I love the Lord of the Rings series. I don't collect it, but if this was something I collected, I'd be so happy as a Lord of the Rings fan for something like this.
Right.
Yeah.
They did them justice. I haven't seen one of the Lord of the Rings people complain yet, though, if you think about it, Kev, because like even when they did the main villain, they did him real good. And then when they did the teaser for the 1/4 scale, I think it was it Prime One, y'all? They were doing like the guy that the main king.
Yeah.
Him, they was like a 3-pack.
Oh,
they were all nice. Yeah, see, they were all nice. For Prime One.
Prime 1's my favorite Lord of the Rings line.
Oh man, they do so well with it.
I think all their pieces are fantastic. Even the ones that are kind of misses are still good.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up, Chris?
William? Yes, I did get my Donatello. It's actually I don't know if you can sit right back there. So I'm gonna actually do the review today. I'm gonna do after the show. Me and my intern, my daughter.
The intern.
Yeah, me and my daughter. She's gonna help me shoot the review, and I'm hoping to put it out for you guys today by tonight, hopefully.
That Donatello is awesome, Adam. You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, and then Kevin got the same Donatello, so looking forward to sharing.
Kev, are you all in on that
review, and we'll talk about our thoughts on that, Kev.
Yeah, Anthony.
Y'all both all in?
I'm all in on it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
that's
100%.
a nice line, bro. That's a nice line, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna show some pictures today too. Yeah,
he said they're almost done with Leonardo for y'all. That's what the owner was saying. Ant.
Yeah, Ant was mentioning that. Yeah,
he was saying what?
That they already almost finished with Leonardo for y'all.
Oh man,
you already got.
See him. I want to see.
So
him.
Mikey's gonna be last. Leonardo's almost done. Y'all already got Shred. He said Shred's supposed to ship September, October.
Yeah, he even mentioned they're going as much as Crane. They're going to have Crane as in the series. Now, I won't go all in that sense. To me, I think
just the four and then Shredder. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Unless that makes maybe Splinter, then for y'all can get because he's the master, you know.
I would also get Bebop and Rocksteady. To me, they're a must.
Rocksteady, yeah.
On each side of Shredder, like Stormtroopers, that's what I would do.
What was the other guy's name? Like Casey Jones. Casey Jones, the
hockey.
Jones.
Yeah, I don't think they would probably make him only because they would probably stop like Kevin saying after Bebop, Rocksteady, and Crane.
Oh man, I hope they make Casey. They gotta make him.
I think it's going to depend on how the sales go for the previous
with his hockey mask and his little
You know they're going to do April O'Neil. They got to throw a chested lady out there. Those things sell no matter what. So
yeah,
she'll be there.
You gotta have all of them. I mean, they're all cool. I even want a damn Foot Clan soldier.
I'd like to see a Slash.
Yeah.
Hell, if they made April O'Neil on Constructive Outrage, no matter what character Shane threw out there, all Mike would have to do is throw the chested April O'Neil.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pick boobies.
Mike.
Yeah.
Wins with the titties.
Always.
It depends. It depends though, Shane, because remember, she sees a chick and she lost that sweet Danny Lee, so they didn't pick for women that night. It was all about
but we're talking about the casting
oh yeah, I know you talking
on.
Yeah, I know. I'm just telling you as far as like the votes. The votes don't always go to the women because I was like, sweet Danny Lee. You know, he beat out a whole chick.
Yeah, but the woman Mike showed was showing a lot of cleavage. So I'm just
we don't expect CC's not disrespectful to her.
That's why Mike's 4-1.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike, I'm surprised you're holding off on this Gimli, man. This is a nice one.
It's
like if I was gonna get anything Lord of the Rings, this would be it.
This thing's like $300 or $3,500.
Mike's got it.
Oh fuck, Mike! Mike makes that in half an hour. That's not the point. What's up, Fatal? But yeah, it's only 25 inches tall and it's like $3,500. Although it's punched hair, it's silicone, it looks awesome, but it's very expensive.
All right, let's move on because we got a lot of pictures to show. But here's another one, another Lord of the Rings. This one is pretty epic looking too.
Oh, yeah,
that looks really good.
Let's just show the badass one. This one.
What is going on with that sword? I love it.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man.
Killer, man.
That sword is fire.
Yeah. Literally and figuratively, both.
Right, together, right, both, yeah.
This thing is amazing.
You'll get it, Mike. We both know you'll get it.
Mike, you got to get these.
Peer pressure.
Well, I mean, if he collects it, this is Mike's style. I think he collects this kind of stuff. So
this is actually true here. Mike doesn't like little people. He's turned them away from his dental practice before. He said that they creep him out, and he does not like midgets. That's a true fact.
Well, I guess I'm out because I'm only 5'8", so I'm. Oh, Shane.
These are Shane's favorite.
Shane.
Abomination.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be disrespectful to the Star Wars people. But man, come on, man.
Now, listen, we're giving our honest opinions. We're not. I mean, it is what it is. This is, but I thought they were for sale before. Apparently, I was wrong because me and Shane were just catching up on it. We saw it like the same day when it came out.
Yeah.
And then obviously they're just doing this as they're just doing forms of art with these. I don't know if they're going to give them away for charity or whatever or sell them.
So they've done stuff like this for every San Diego Comic Con for years now. So,
are you serious?
They did. Gosh, I'm trying to think. That what they'll do is they'll invite a number of artists throughout the country to take a stab at it. They've done Darth Vader's helmet. They've done a Stormtrooper's helmet. They did Boba Fett's helmet because a buddy of mine actually converted it into Iron Man. And then they did the 1/6 R2D2s. They just had them. And what they do at the end of it is they actually auction these things off for charity. So it's just an artist take on this piece. Yes, it's not Star Wars. They're just having fun with it. So there's some stuff that I'm like, I tip my hat to the artist on the creativity. It is kind of neat to see what they do with them. But yeah, don't worry, they're not going to be for sale or anything.
Yeah.
Cab says, if you're a man and you're under 6 feet, why even get out of bed?
Oh man!
Wow!
Shots fired. I mean, low shots, but shots fired.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But what was the one I just saw?
Fuck! Here comes a lot of angry short people in the chat.
Right.
Coming at you, Cab.
Let me show this one real quick. Hang on. What's up, guys? Nice to see the Puerto Rican shows are on in Europe time.
Wow.
Yeah, anyway, this was kind of a cool piece. For art, kind of.
Sure. Join.
Hey, what's up, Fatal? So you got this 10 scale X-Men piece. This was an exclusive during the Sideshow Comic Con. This is really nice for a 110 scale piece.
We say that a lot about Iron Studios. They do a great job with their 1/10 line.
Yeah,
a lot of detail.
That's from their other cartoon series too.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got that same outfit on.
Like 1/10, I feel like gets a little bit more leeway for like likeness and like detail. It's a lot smaller, but they still do really, really well with it. They always all of their X-Men pieces, as far as 1/10 scale,
fire, bro.
A lot of times sell out. They always sell
fire. They all fire.
Yeah.
Like, and then they were able to do, like I told you, XM did with the Spidey line. They made characters that people were not going to get in the 1/4 market license, like Spyro and Mojo. Like, nobody's going to ever make those guys in 1/4.
Yeah.
So
I think these are excellent. I love what they do with their 1/10 scale line.
Fuck, you see what you did here, Cab?
What's that?
He stirred up the Hobbit's nest, and now
is everybody under 6 foot?
They're all coming out.
They're mobilizing.
He said 5% of people are 6 feet tall. That means you got 95% of the men that can't get out their bed, good, according to his statistics.
Yeah, I'm not a tall dude.
You got to buy lifts for the curve.
Nice little Guardians of the Galaxy piece here. Look at Groot up there screaming.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the effects too.
I would not want 1/10 scale G.I. Joes. I know what you're saying, but I would want 1/4 scale, and I would make room for them.
Yeah, they should. I'm surprised Prime One stopped at 5, bro. That's crazy.
I'm surprised they stopped at 5 and they didn't do Cobra fucking Commander. Like, you're doing a Lady J, and you're wondering why you're not selling it, or a Scarlet, and you're wondering why you're not selling as good. And then if you Snake Eyes was good, Storm Shadow was good, Destro was good, Serpentor was good, but you're not going to do a Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Hey, really? Shane. If a studio went all in on G.I. Joe, would you just stick with the Cobra side of things, or would you actually bring in the Joes too?
Because of space, I'd have to go with only Cobra, and because it's Cobra, I'd go with only Cobra. But I mean, if I had a giant space, I would get both. But I prefer Cobra, just like I prefer most Decepticons over Autobots.
Right. Yeah, he's more the evil person. He's like the evil villains.
Well, it's not evil. That's subjective. Good and bad, subjective.
Speaking of Autobots, anyone dropping 1,500 on that remote control Grimlock or whatnot?
I bet you Mike will.
That's overpriced, man. You know, I was looking at it. I was like, man, that's so cool. And then I saw the price. I was like, what the?
That really jumped up from Optimus.
$1,500.
Yeah, that's the same company that made Optimus, though.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
Oh, wow.
They must have done that well with their Optimus that they were that confident that they can get that for.
I've seen a lot of people with that Optimus. I guess they lost their mind. They're like, well, let's slide this in there.
I think you could get Optimus and his trailer for about what you're charging for just the Grimlock.
Yeah.
Question for you, Adam. Adam,
go
are
ahead.
you pulling up the Thundercats lair from Super 7? It's not a statue, but it's so badass.
I don't have
That's going to be a no, Cab.
I missed that.
I don't have it.
Adam's height, that's a no.
Oh, you don't got that Thundercat picture they showed?
What's up, Art?
All right, I'll go. I got a bunch of pictures we're gonna go through. I might have it in here. I can't remember.
What's up, Art?
But let's look at this one, guys. This one is. Hey, Art, how you doing, man? This one is. I love this piece.
What's the scale on that? Is that 110?
This is 110.
That's 110, man. All that.
Pretty damn good for 110.
Look at this.
I agree with William. 1/5 scale for G.I. Joe would be good. That's the lowest I'd want to go.
This right here, I love the pose. I love the way they did his skin. I love the texture. I mean, like, if you look at this picture, this looks like it could be a quarter scale statue. Until you see the guy with the hairy arms.
Yeah, don't let John see that. It's over.
Yeah,
I prefer more comic accurate Martian Manhunter. This is more like TV show.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah, you got work back.
Movie, TV show. I prefer more of a comic one. It's nice though.
And that's probably because whenever they're hitting that 110 line on the DC side, they're doing it just like they are with the Avengers. They're doing more comic face. I mean, TV faces. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably gonna get this stupid thing. I love these little apples. I got I got one apple already, and I did a cringe ass review on it when I was first starting YouTube. But I had fun doing it. It was a great little apple. I like it. So I'll probably just pick this up. It's $50.
Do they roll out one like once a year now? Is that kind of like?
I think it's like once a year. Yeah. They got people that collect a little, and I just like putting them on my desk and stuff. So
I won't be shocked if they did an October one. So
Yep.
yeah. This was a kind of a unique Batman cow looking type bust piece. They were showing this art print off with the piece itself. A lot of design work on it. What's y'all's initial thoughts?
I don't do busts, and two, I think from an artistic standpoint, it's kind of cool. It's not my thing.
Okay.
I think if you're that single guy, you got that beautiful open space condo, and you're doing very minimalist kind of pieces here and there, and you want something stylized, boom. This guy's on a little podium somewhere in the collection type thing. But if you're your standard Batman collectors where you've got all the different statues and stuff like that, it just doesn't fit.
It's not going to fit. Yeah. This is kind of like a designer piece.
It's a very niche.
Yeah. If you got like a modern looking touch to your home, or kind of like an artsy touch to your home, this will look cool.
I just
or like kind of a dark theme to your house. Some people got darker themes.
I see it and I just immediately think of the bougie guy that looks down on all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Including Mike. Like Mike has his money, and guys like, Mike, you're beneath me, you peasant. I have a Batman, like, you know, like
you guys have no idea how much Mike looks down on the rest of us. And that's just because he's a dentist. He thinks we're all slovenly.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but
you guys are
Mike's not
terrible.
even 6 foot yet, so wouldn't he be looking up to most of
No.
Now, when you're laying in his chair and he's novocating you.
Oh man, you guys are ruthless.
Question for you, Adam. Are
Yeah.
you getting City Hunter after all?
Yes. He's coming.
Did you pre-order it yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been pre-ordered them. Yeah. Yep.
Kevin, that's a perfect example of the type of collector that would get this.
Yep. That's
The
what
back
everybody
is kind
thought
of
of.
interesting looking. It's got like this spinal cord going through the back. Kind of interesting.
I just hear him playing that weird classical music.
That's yeah, I feel like I'm fucking on hold. That's or elevator music.
What, this music?
Yeah.
Just walking in the house,
up,
you know, they
let's
got
look
that
up.
music on like that. Like I said, that real uppity music. Like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
There you go.
hoity-toity music.
Yeah.
it. I'm just trying not to make eye contact with any of you in this elevator right now.
You put some different music on.
Like from its golden throne made of teeth. Yeah.
This looks pretty cool right here.
What's up, Justin?
Up,
Mike.
Justin.
What do you guys think of that right there?
I mean, there's nothing. It's obviously a very intricate, very stylized piece. I mean, you could stare at this thing for hours and see all these different details that you didn't see on the initial pass through. So there's a lot to look at. It's just probably, again, to the normal Batman collector, I think it's a little too much.
Yeah. Okay. It's cool.
Just
I mean, I like to
like
look at
Mike.
all the little like design work into it. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's why I said when you look at this, I just see bougie, Adam. Sorry,
Yeah.
off the top of my head, man. Like,
Justin says, "Oh my God, Mike is in here. How much do they pay you?" Funny story. We actually have Mike on retainer, and we got to pay him per appearance to type. There.
So you got this Bo-Katan and helmet.
EFX, yeah.
Yep.
That's
For
cool.
all you Star
What
Wars
do you guys
collectors.
think? Pedro said that he would be okay with passing the mantle to Bo-Katan and letting her be the Mandalorian and be, run the Mandalorian show. What do you guys think about that?
Kind of like that
That's something
idea.
you'd be interested in? Do you not? Would you say end it if he leaves?
I like,
yeah, I mean, like,
I like the main guy.
yeah, and it's like,
Well, I think everyone
it's like-
likes him, but would you still watch it if he left and Bo-Katan ran it?
I might still watch it if the storyline's still pretty good, just because it's Star Wars and I like Star Wars stuff. But I probably wouldn't like it as much. I don't know.
it's almost like you keeping the word Mandalorian specifically for him. So you might as well just give her own spinoff.
Well, to be fair, it is called The Mandalorian, and
Right. I get it.
that could be
It could
anyone.
anybody. Yeah, I get it. But I'm saying, like, when everybody thinks of that, bro, what's the first thing pop up? Him, not her. So it just, I don't know.
Kevin, I know you collect a couple helmets though, right? Do you
Oh,
collect helmets?
yeah. And actually, I'm doing a 1-to-1 Bo-Katan at the moment. So, hey, I go back to, I love Katie Sackhoff as an actress. So, I mean, if they continued the series and, Mando was just like retiring with Grogu for a little while and they ran with the storyline with her, I'm cool with it. I liked it when she was introduced in the Clone Wars. I liked some of the story arcs there too. So, if the story's good, I'll follow it. I don't have any problem with that.
I would watch the show if Mando left, but he took Grogu with him. If he
There you
leaves
go.
Grogu behind, forget it. Forget it.
I love that show. That was a good show, and it was fun to watch it with my family. So
It's not really a gender swap, though, Fatal. It's more of a passing the torch because they're not having a female play the Mandalorian per se. So it's not. I don't consider that a gender swap, but I understand what you're saying. I get what you're getting at for sure.
well, you get used to when you start a series, you get used to one main character. Now I get it; main characters move on, and sometimes they
Yeah,
die
that's what I was
off.
telling Shane. It's the Mandalorian, but you got to think about how the human brain works, man. They're going to be like, bro, I don't want this chick on here playing the Mandalorian. Like, she wasn't the one I started watching the show for. We're just weird as humans.
I think.
Like that.
I think if they do it right in the storyline and they pass the torch to her, what I like is how they built her up. They didn't build her up by tearing him down. like
Right.
they do in other fucking movies, right? Like they did in the Star Wars, the new trilogy, shit like that. So I don't have any bad taste in my mouth for that. So they did it right. They got her up there alongside with him. If she could carry the show, I'd be willing to give it a shot. She's a cool character.
Yeah.
She's
I like the
badass.
role she played. I like the role she played. She did, you know.
All right, here we got the Tweeterhead Batman. This is, I think, are they making this quarter and 1/6, or is it just 1/6?
I don't know.
I think it's just 1/6. I could be
I
wrong.
wouldn't doubt it the way they've been doing it lately with the Joker and.
Oh
a
well, you
couple
know
other
what?
ones,
The
so.
Two-Face was 1/6 and quarter, right?
Yes. Yep.
So they're
Yep.
probably doing the same for this.
And then they
Yeah.
teased Catwoman the other day in her little
Listen,
shadow.
They did, yeah.
I agree with this too. Tweeterhead, that face of Batman, it's way too plain. It looks plasticky and very, I don't know, like it's just,
Animated.
it doesn't look, it doesn't match the statue in my opinion. Like he's got no emotion. He's just throwing, like it just, and the way it's done, there's no, I don't know, 5 o'clock
It's
shadow.
like a Tweeterhead body with a Diamond Select head.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it almost looks like a Barbie head, you know, like it's just.
Yeah, Blue Collar said, Adam in the chat, that Sideshow want to allow them to do one for him. I don't know what the heck that means. That's almost like being hypocritical. I'm gonna let you do one character in 1/4 and 1/6, but not Batman.
Oh, you know, Art is.
Greta.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that they're not letting them do that. I thought they would let them do it in both, but maybe there's a licensing issue. I don't know. But Art's making a good point here. This looks very similar to the X-Men Batman. Yeah,
Very similar.
yeah,
Yeah, the 1/6.
very, very similar. Yes.
Good review on that, by the way, Art.
Yep. Oh. What up, John? How you doing, buddy?
That's
Another
how it'll
proud
look on
son of
the.
Canada. What's up, John?
So you can kind of get an idea of like the scale. Nice little clean piece.
Yeah. It's tall for 1/6, so.
Here's
see,
the other
look at that.
portrait.
Longer ears.
Oh, I was getting ready to say, like, what's different?
Yeah,
Longer
The
ears.
cows. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cow looks. The longer it looks better.
Yeah, I agree with Anthony.
Yeah.
You should
19 inches.
That's a tall base
Almost
for
20.
1/6, boy.
Yeah, they need to rework that. And it's really not much. It's one little area, you know? Like,
You know, since he just joined us, I got to give a shout out to the Everyday Collector John's group. I had a blast watching those guys doing their live shows during all the Sideshow cons. It was a good show. So you had nothing going on in the afternoon, or you were dodging a few meeting calls. It was fun listening to those guys.
I was trying to watch it, man. Every time I started, I had to I was busy doing something. But yeah, John's got a great show.
the best part about watching John's show and being on a show with John is that John's a funny, witty guy, and he gives like these good one-liners. But if nobody reacts to it,
He says
he
nothing.
calls you out on it.
Yeah.
He's like,
No, he
"Daniel,
throw the whole
Jane,"
banner.
like, how is it not funny? Why are you not laughing?
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
love it. No one
Well,
finds
every
out
now
it's
and
funnier
then,
than John.
he'll go, seriously, guys, nothing? Wow.
Yeah, seriously, that was gold. You're giving me nothing.
Yeah. He got that serious conscience, like, so you're just gonna, okay, I get it.
Oh, I love it. Here's next to Two-Face.
Yeah, that's the 1/6 and 1/6. Okay.
Do you find it? So this line's supposed to go together, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, John. You call those fuckers out for not laughing at your jokes. Do you think it's a little weird that some of the lines going museum, some of the lines on a throne, some of the lines like very dynamic? If it's supposed to go together, do you think that's going to be a problem? Like
Depends
Joker's on throne. This guy's standing up, Two-Face.
Yeah.
Batman's very action dynamic, ready to fucking throw a batarang.
I can
If you
see
put
how
them together,
like,
they're going to be very, very different.
I could see
I
how
think you can
somebody
get
would
away
want to
with it.
match it together. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
match it and but I don't think it would bother me as much. But if you wanted something to kind of look real streamlined and it kind of like a museum kind of
I think it's gonna depend on like the characters too, because some things you can get away with, like like Batman, you can put villains with various chairs and standing up. You can get away with that with Batman. Whereas like, let's say if it was a Transformer and they all don't have them Cybertron pieces, Like you just throw it out there, it's kind of like, eh. Or like me, I got a lot of X-Men. I can still blend them in, even though Emma's on the chair. Most of the rest of them are on Sentinel bases with Rock. So it's just, I think it's gonna be up to the collector, Shane, personally.
Yeah, Anthony brings up a good point, Shane. I mean, look at the X-Men line. All those guys are dynamic, but yet you got Xavier. He's sitting in a chair.
Well, he doesn't really have a choice.
There you go. You got that fucking joke?
I mean, he's crippled.
But he could have been in the chair with a Sentinel piece behind him underneath Rock, and they just put him in the Cerebro. You know what I mean? He still just blends in enough to be the leader. So it just depends. Like, there's got to be a eye test, man, for the collector.
It's one thing, I guess so. It just seems.
I think it would. I think it would mesh better. It would mesh better if they were standing in not similar poses, but similar themed poses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because even think about yours. You got XM Professor X, right, Shane? Like, look at the clip you sent me. Everybody's different. Colossus is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beast is on the Sentinel part. Rogue, you got XM Rogue. She's on the Sentinel part. You know, so it just depends. The Sideshow pieces got different snow bases and all that. So it's just, you know.
But even, you're right, but I'm looking at it now, and even the ones that are, because you could have the semi-dynamic museum pose. Like, not every museum pose has to be like this Two-Face where it's like super museum, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You look at the museum pieces, like even Cable, the Sideshow Cable. He's got a couple guns in his hands, so even though he's just standing there, he's still got the guns. Like Two-Face just has a coin. I don't know. I'm not sure how I would like them all together. I'd have to see it. I'm a visual guy. I'd have to see it, but I think it's quite different than the X-Men when I'm looking at them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, for Batman though, you've never seen my point I was making is you've never seen Batman where like all of them had like the same wood debris. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you have a Killer Croc, he's not gonna have a wood debris. They always give him like sewer water, bro. So you can't put him next to. See how he's next to Two-Face? It wouldn't match if it was a 1/4.
But I wasn't saying match the bases. I was saying the poses are way off. Not the base. The pose. Like, if you put these two together, I don't find these two. I guess they don't look bad together, but
they don't.
I don't know. I'd rather see more of a similar pose.
Yeah. You're saying like he's literally in action.
Mesh well together.
Yeah.
They mesh okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never seen a Batman line like that, like what you're saying though, Shane. That's my point. I can't think of one Batman.
And that's why I'm bringing it up. I think that might do well.
Yeah. It'd be different if we're used to
if they did like match it. Like you look at XM and their Spidey villains. For the most part, there's a lot of action poses. Yeah, there's a couple museum, but for the most part, and that's why they flow so well together, in my opinion.
Right, but then I'm gonna throw another nugget at you and Kev and Adam. What about the XM Samurai line? You got Penguin sitting his fat butt down. You got Batwoman. You got Catwoman on a freaking bike. You get what I'm saying? So all of them ain't gonna match, and then people that got all of them together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, I've never seen. That's what I'm telling you, Shane. I've never seen Batman where you could literally put all of them together. Like, oh, that's cool. Even with the Samurai line, they're mixed. You got a bike. You got him sitting on a chair. You got Joker standing up licking the thing. Like, you got Harley on the bike. So you got two girls on the bike just off of that. And they still blend in enough for the Samurai collector. So to each his own, you know.
I think it's just gonna. What the bottom line is, it's just gonna depend on what you like. If you like it and it meshes well for you, grab it. You know. But let's move on to this piece. I forget the name of this company that made these. These are like smaller busts.
Is that Gentle Giant? I don't know.
No, it's not Gentle Giant. I forget the name of it. I thought I cropped it out with the picture, but it was on Sideshow's website. Somebody help me out with this in the chat if you can remember who makes these. But they're the smaller. They're like, actually the dimensions are right here.
That's not Pure Arts, is it?
No, it's not Pure Arts. I'll look it up in a second. But yeah, I got a couple of these busts that I wanted to show.
Yeah, I agree with Dwayne. The Samurai line, their specific theme they have is that they are all samurai. So that's why the pose and that doesn't have to be the same to have that cohesion. Their stylization is their cohesion.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general, you see somebody get that line, they were like, why did, like you hear it all the time, guys. Why did they put Catwoman on the bike? Why did they put Harley on the bike?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You hear it all the time, bro.
And I know why they do it, because some people only want a couple standalone pieces. Not everyone wants to complete a line, or I get it. I just think when you have all kinds of different poses, like really from one extreme to the other, I'm not sure how well they're going to mesh for my liking.
Yeah. I'm the same way though. That's why I said certain X-Men I can't put together. Wolverine has to be, you know, in a certain area where he can like be small and everybody else around him tall, and then it's just like spread out. So
yeah,
it just depends. So I
So
can't put him by big. Go ahead,
So
Adam.
this one right here is actually, I was looking it up for you guys. This is Bust by Nemesis Now. It's called. Have you guys ever heard of them?
No.
Okay, it's
I like
just
the
saying,
name.
Bust by Nemesis Now. This one, for example, being almost 15 and a half inches, is $285. So not bad for what you're getting, I guess. These are really nice details. So they're like small detailed busts. So yeah, I just wanted to look that up. I forgot the name of it. It wasn't a common, statue company that I've heard of. But you got this one, and then there's another one. This is really nice looking. There's another one. They got a Joker one.
And
That's where I'm feeling this one.
And that's 14 high, so man, that's still kind of pretty tall.
Yep.
I like the concept. I'm not feeling that Harvey, that our Harley.
All of it, Joker and Harley. Just
like the Harley, I'm not. Her hair, I'm not. I don't know, something about it.
What do you guys think of the portraits?
Nah. It's
Very animated style,
yeah.
animated.
Yeah.
And that Joker, something looks off about it. I'm not sure if it's the eyes or something. But I like the concept of it.
These are like little pieces that you can put on a desk or something, or you might just want to sport it out kind of like a premium format on a shelf.
Justin says it looks like Play-Doh.
Yeah, right on, Justin. I'm not a fan of this.
Mike says that suck balls. Exclamation mark.
You got a Pennywise. They did a Pennywise too. I think the best one was that Lord of the Rings Sauron. Probably the best one, but Pennywise.
It's really hard to fuck up Sauron because there's no portrait really. You know what I mean? Everything's just armor. As long as you get the armor right, you're golden.
Yeah, it's not like a likeness that you're trying to.
There's no skin. There's no likeness. There's no eyes. There's no hair.
Yeah, y'all say that, but after Casual went and showed that Harley Quinn that he got off eBay, I'll plead the fifth, because you can mess up any piece.
What did he get off eBay?
That one that Casual had showed, it was like a melted face with the Harley Quinn thing he showed on the show.
Yeah.
And they gave it away to the one guy. That was hilarious, man. I mean, I know they
mean the 1/6 J&D.
Yeah, there you go. That's ain't. But I'm saying, look how the slaughter, bro. Like, oh man, you imagine somebody messing up Sauron, half his helmet be melted. It don't even stick up that high. So I can imagine.
I wonder if they actually put rain or put water on this thing to take the picture.
No, that's photoshopped. I guarantee you. Yep. We used to do that on Coke cans and stuff like that when I was in the agency days.
Oh, really?
Kevin sends me pictures like this of himself.
Yes. I like to have things just glistening off of me for Shane.
Okay, nice.
Okay, on that transition note.
Here's another random art piece for Shane. I wanted to continue to torture him today. So
Samurai C-3PO.
Yeah. This one's not bad. Shane?
I couldn't even tell this was C-3PO until Kevin just said it.
Clearly, this is C-3PO.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm not even
Samurai C-3PO.
All right, now we got to the good stuff.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, so we got this Poison Ivy. How much was this going for again?
I thought it was around the 700 range because I thought to reserve it was about $70.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already, that green one's gone already. 2 hours.
Yeah.
What was did they release an edition size?
For the green one, it's 200.
The green was 200. That's why she sold out so quick.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, actually, I don't even see an edition size on Sideshow's website.
Not for the flesh one yet.
Oh, okay. Yep. 200. Wow.
Yep, and she was going in 2 hours.
You got that just in time.
Yeah, I decided not to play around with that. Like I said, again, I'll see how they come out. I'll do a review on them.
Beautiful piece, man. I mean, I don't even collect the Batman's villains, but man, this thing is nice. You know, when I think of a premium format, I don't think of a base this nice. I'm sorry. This is really nice.
It's got that very dark vibe to it.
Well, I got the Penguin Reserve too, so it'll be a nice complimentary piece.
I think it'll go with it because that Penguin's got that dark vibe to it too, that gritty.
See, and where the vines are touching her and the bark and stuff, and it's like almost
that's what everybody
onto her body. I love that, and it's got like the pink hues.
And you know what's really cool about it is because they already did the whole execution with robes suspended in air. These are like nothing for them now. They can put any woman in the air with anything.
Very good point. Yep.
So that's why I said it's easy because they know how to do the metal rod all the way up the leg. So even on this, they ain't got to worry about her being, falling on the plant because they already executed that with robe.
This is great, man. And you see, like, we're going to talk about more about XM portraits, but just focusing on Sideshow for right now, like, okay, this is still an expression. This is still an expression for this piece. This fits this pose. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's very seductive looking. You know what I mean? So, man, I love this. This looks great. I think I do like the flesh tone more, but I don't know. Let's look at I got pictures of the other, the green tone.
But another thing too, though, Adam, like to my memory for the last 10 years, Sideshow has never had a problem with female expression. That's always been XM's problem for the last at least 3 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like we're saying, oh, Sideshow used to be slipping, now they're stepping up their game. If you go back and look at their older pieces, even like Captain Marvel, when she's for Sideshow that everybody like, she's got that strong, like, I'll tear you up mode. She don't have no, she don't need a smirk or nothing like that. She got an opposing will. So...
Here's a question. Does anyone feel that it was a scummy move for Sideshow to announce 2 PFs of the same character within a few months?
To me, I mean, what they did with that initial Ivy, when all of a sudden they just stopped, they go, all right, this is what we're going to do. It's a small edition run. The rest of you are out of luck. And then to come out a few months later and to roll this one out, which again, I liked it. I pre-ordered it. But yeah, Dwayne, I'm kind of with you. I felt like that when I was watching Sideshow Con. I was like, oh, that's going to rub some people the wrong way.
I could see how it rubs some people the wrong way, but at the same time, you had the first Ivy that came out, and it had a really low edition size, and a lot of people missed out. So, like, this is another opportunity for a different Ivy. Now, I get it for that first person who ordered the first one is like, well, damn, I didn't know this one was coming out. Maybe I would have ordered this one instead of the other one. So it's kind of like, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I definitely see that too.
But I think
it's almost
Fatal,
a double-edged sword, so
I agree with Fatal. This does look better than the last one.
But that's the point that they're all making, though, Adam.
I know that is a good point. It is.
You come out with this one that looks better than the other one, then you're like, wait, you made the other one low.
When you guys want those edition sizes real small like that, and they sell out, this is the kind of shit that happens, though, right?
Exactly.
Now you got people that are going to be like, well, damn, I missed out on that one. And then you got another one that comes out and like, all right, I could get this one. And now the first person's kind of like, oh, shit, well, now I want that one. It's like, you're not going to make everybody happy. It's just kind of...
Because if they had 2,000 edition size and they didn't make that other one, they just came out with this one, then everybody be bitching about, well, why is it not a low edition size for the green version? She's the variant. She's the more exclusive. Kind of like what they did.
Yeah, it would have been nice for them to come out with it maybe at the same time and let you choose. But I don't ever really see them doing stuff like that too much.
I would. That'll be a first for them, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see why that. I think that would hurt them more than anything else. I think
it cannibalizes their
doing it the way they're doing it is a smart business move. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I like this one way better. Like, I'm looking at this one and it makes me want to buy it.
Everybody said that. I haven't seen one person yet, Adam, that's like, oh, the first one's better than this one. Not the mic.
That's how you know. That's not how you know you made a killer piece that's hitting on all cylinders.
I can't remember the first one, so I can't comment on it.
You don't remember the first one?
There's been a lot of Poison Ivies lately with
Tweeterhead, Sideshow. But like the one before this is what we're saying.
The one before.
No, I know. I don't remember it.
I
don't remember what it looks like.
I would do that right now.
Oh, is that the one where she's sitting like sideways?
Yeah.
She's petting her.
Yeah, remember they had.
I'm looking at it right now. Okay.
Yeah, had a low edition size. Look at this.
I completely forgot about this one.
Kev, look at this. This looks great.
I know. It's the detail and everything. Even her outfit, just the leaf vines and things like that. I'm like, I love it.
It looks like a big leaf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to compare because this has a much darker feel to it and the other one has a more comic feel to it.
Yeah.
This one to me is Rogue Gallery.
If they can achieve this exact paint like this,
Right. That dark green, gritty, you know.
you see
wet
like the different
look.
colors right here, like it's
Yeah.
it's phasing to her skin, and then like her skin complexion is perfect. Her portrait is, in my opinion, perfect. It's nice. And then she got the green eyes. Nice touch.
Yeah.
And then you got this for maybe, is this a switch out head?
No, I think there's only one head, but you could be
I
right.
think
I didn't see any variation.
I wouldn't see them needing to make a switch out here because everybody, this one was well taken by the community.
Yeah, I would be okay with just this. I mean, she's beautiful, man. She's beautiful.
This Slifer 100%. They told you about the variant up front. That's what I like. Transparent about it.
Oh, so that's a good point. Yeah.
But he's talking about on this piece though. We were still talking about like y'all.
No,
just
but that's
released
still
the one
good.
meaning.
Yeah. No, that's still a good thing that they told us about this variant, because in the past they're listening to us. They see these kinds of things and they hear us sometimes.
They're
so.
finally listening to what I would say because it took them a minute. Sometimes you'd be like, man, come on, Sideshow. We've been complaining for years.
2 in the same year, months apart. Has that ever happened before? Has Sideshow ever released 2 of the same character that close apart?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't even buy their stuff,
think
but
of.
I keep up with all their stuff, and they've never done that. That's why I said that's a first for them. But here's what everybody has to remember, Shane. The reason why this is a first for them is because back in the day, Sideshow was 1,000 minimum on pieces. Now we're talking about 200s and 400s, and so it's a big difference, guys.
This is an amazing piece. I know I keep saying it. I mean, I really like this the more I look at it. And then you got like this, you got like the teeth, like this base with the teeth from the plant that's kind of growing, and
it feels a lot like the Hush one that came out a few years back.
But it's got its own style to it, which is
nice.
Yeah. Hush's will be more like a relaxed. Hers is more like a I'm finna get all into you action dynamic.
Yeah.
So,
her color, her hair is great. And then I love what they did right here with this transitioning to her skin. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's the first time it's been done though. That's what I was saying. Like, like what Shane's saying. That's the first time they show, like, even on her legs, they've never done it like that, bro.
Yep.
So that's why so many people are going bonkers for it. They're like, they're using them New York words. Yo, this piece is butter, kid.
Hopefully they don't fuck it up.
Please don't.
I like these darker tones that's going on. I'd love to see a new Mr. Freeze come out in the same type of style, and possibly a Scarecrow or something like that. Man, if we could ever get a Clayface, I would love something to match this style that we've seen from Penguin and Joker and now Ivy here.
This is when they make statues like this is the kind of stuff that makes me like, you know what? I love Aliens and Predators and stuff like that. It makes me just want to stop right there and start collecting premium formats when they make them these good, like this good. Like the Penguin that's coming out, and then this one, and then you got
that's how you know they did a good job.
Yeah, man.
But that's my point, Adam. They made that's what I was telling you and Kevin. Shane earlier. They had to step up their game, bro. Because 3 years ago, you wouldn't have thought Sideshow would make a Poison Ivy like this or make a Penguin at all. You get what I'm saying? Scarecrow was even a shocker for some people, bro. They're stepping out of their element. They're used to just key characters that they know are money grab characters. Now they're just, and then there's the green.
There you go. That green looks good too, man.
Yeah, that's why Kev saying he don't know.
I got to see him in person now.
I still like the flesh tone better, I think, but I like this too.
I think it's going to depend on how that green looks in person too, Adam, because maybe how we're seeing it right here, it may pop better like in person, because everybody knows when you get a piece in person, your eye test is different.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm telling you right now, I would like the flesh tone better, but
right now from this picture, I like the flesh tone better, but I'd have to see it in person.
Because even in Prime 1,
it's nice too.
Ain't the green one Prime 1 green color pops better than that new one they're making?
See, I was a fan of the green one out of the Hush line. Again, it was more representative of the comic, but I felt like the tone came out great.
Yeah.
Master Safari says, need a dark themed Joker that matches this Ivy and Penguin better than the Bell Joker.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree with that either. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Real quick, guys, we got almost 40 people on the live watching us. I appreciate you guys joining us today. If you can hit that like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing if you guys like what you see. But yeah, now I know why it's such a hard decision, Kev.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like, because you could always get rid of that one, and because it's the low edition size, ain't like Kev will be taking a $200 loss or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Honestly, I don't think you go wrong either way, but it's a
I
beautiful.
wouldn't be surprised if Kev actually liked it the flesh tone more, and then the green, by her being a low edition size, would be like $100 more on the market value or something crazy like that. You know, like
See, it's like Anthony's in my head now, and look at this.
Hey, you're like, I'm not a reseller. Don't call me a reseller.
No, I'm not a reseller.
No, I'm saying I can just tell everybody like they're like, Kev trying to be a reseller. Look, no, man.
All right, so Kev, whatever one that you decide to get rid of, just call me first.
You got it, Adam.
Call me first.
Adam, you got to stick discipline, man. Discipline.
Yeah.
I know you're so right, but sometimes I don't give a shit.
I love when people say rules are meant to be broken. It's like that's the exact opposite of why they were made.
You are literally watching live in person what you're not supposed to do as a collector. Like, yeah.
Hey, man.
Anyway, they made some of these DC characters kind of look like, was it kind of like a Greek touch to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what they tried to do. I'm not a fan. Like, it's not my style at all.
Again, I can see how this could be like a piece of artwork in somebody's house. Like,
Sure.
these are the kind of pieces that you could keep in your common areas of your house instead of like that poison ivy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Someone sits on their fucking $3,000 cognac, smoking their fucking cigar, and staring at their artwork.
yeah, what's that? The Batman one. That's the Superman one. I like these. I like different though. I like to see different things. So, Wonder Woman.
I like it because my wallet is safe.
Yeah.
They gave her,
They should have made her
they gave
gold.
her gold. Why they
Yeah.
make her silver instead of gold? That was weird.
Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't finish. But it looks better gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of gets washed out with the silver and all the white.
Yeah, the silver clashes.
Yeah, it looks
Maybe they're sexist and they don't think she deserves gold.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's
Maybe.
go with that, Shane.
Let's ride with that. We're
It's
gonna
off the
let them
internet
make
right
it.
now.
You saved them, Shane. We're gonna let them make it.
Yeah. I bet it's not even gold. It's like nickel.
So this here, you got a Death Star Trooper and a detention block, the control console. That's pretty cool looking if you're a 6-scale collector.
Oh, yeah. It's
This
a
is
cool
Hot
thing.
Toys?
Yeah.
Yep.
The camera thing's kind of weird, though. In the movie, they weren't like that.
This?
They weren't like set up. I don't know why it's got these three all going
That's
out.
almost
No, they
like
were
they're finna
spaced
do
out.
it. Yeah, that's almost like they're finna do a Star Wars rock and roll show. And now, coming to the stage for your enjoyment, Darth Vader.
Yeah,
It's like an Imperial rave.
Luke, I am your father. You know?
They got the Anakin too. We'll
I
go
love
through
this
these a
one.
little
I
quicker.
think this is well done.
Yeah.
Very well done. The
This-
likeness.
This looks like a picture.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like-
great.
This looks like a picture of like him.
They just took him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I personally,
For a hot toy, that's
Yeah.
really good.
That is it's good. I've walked away from the line for the most part, but I might pick up a 1/6 Anakin just because that looks really nice.
That looks great.
It just shows you how long they came along with that 3D.
Yep.
They actually do really good on those portraits all the time, but
Yeah.
the R5D4,
Man, his popularity picked up after last season.
yeah, because he was more involved. Yep.
Yep. Hey!
This is life size.
That's
It's great.
exactly its life size. Everyone's like, that looks like about 1/6. That's
That
about
portrait is killer too, man. Look at that.
Yeah, they've been bringing it, man. And then Star Wars have all them creepy faces, so for you to be able to pull it off, that makes it more intriguing to the collectors because y'all know it, you know.
yeah.
It's not like a plain Jane like face they got to do with Wonder Woman or Bruce Wayne face. Like they get all these creepy Star Wars faces, man.
Oh yeah. I'm a little worried about all the different Mandalorian versions and stuff. I feel like we could have another Iron Man run on our hands
Ugh.
where they could just constantly crank out. Okay, well this is Instead of a blue helmet and green chest, it's a green helmet and blue chest.
People will still buy that shit, man. They'll still
Yeah,
buy
There
it.
it is.
Yeah.
There it is, man.
So this is all the Sideshow stuff. If you haven't noticed, like I got this all from Sideshow, and then this is like they were doing a couple pieces of art
That's
print.
a horrible print. I've seen Luke's face and all that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he looks like
That
he's about
does
to fall
not look
asleep.
great at all.
It does not look good. You've got a couple coming up here, Adam, that I'm like, those are phenomenal. They should be in the collection. But I looked at that one up close and I was like, no.
Love this one. This is cool looking.
Anytime you get a hot chick sitting down with their legs open, it's good.
And
No
a
matter
sword
how
through a
fast it looks.
skull.
There you go.
I didn't even notice the sword or the skull.
Yeah.
This thing's like climbing up.
Good choice. If I was a skeleton, that would be me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are grabbing them both though because they're making her statue. So.
Yep.
J. Scott Campbell art print.
Love his style, so I've always been a fan of his artwork.
I love this. This looks good.
A little retro kind of feel to it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to
Here we
think
go.
that.
These are the prints.
This is cool.
These are
Yeah.
awesome. I like these.
Yeah.
These are the prints you're looking for.
That is exactly the prints I'm looking for. So
Yeah.
These will both be in my collection.
Oh man, are you gonna get them framed or unframed?
I mean, again, I have to. I got to put them behind
Oh.
these guys.
I don't know if you'll have the option on these.
They should be framed.
Okay.
Usually when they do those fine art prints though, Adam, it's like 3 different choices. You can get canvas or the one where you got to frame it yourself, and then there's a third option. So
Can't wait to see this thing. I don't really collect her either, but I'm curious to see what this looks like.
Man, what is this, the third or fourth Red Sonja that Sideshow's done? Third for sure, if not
I mean,
the
I
fourth.
think it's actually. I think we're up to the fourth on her.
yeah, this is the fourth one, bro.
Jesus.
Well, she sells. For
She
obvious
sells,
reasons.
yeah, I wonder why.
And
Yeah.
this is the first one in a action pose where she's lunging. But it goes back to what I told y'all. Poison Ivy was lunging. Look, she's lunging, so they're getting more risky because they know that after like the rogue engineer, they know how to, not have to worry about leaning issues, man. So,
A little more risque.
sure.
So I thought this was interesting. Check this out. I saw this thread on the PCS collectors group, and another guy named Adam. Is there maybe a chance for a jungle hunter in the future, or is that never gonna happen? I know you stated too many companies are doing this, but I think you guys could make a fantastic statue from it. And Adam's response: I've considered it a couple times. So, man, what do you think? You think he can make a cool predator?
The
I
only
think he's
reason
got
why,
potential.
the only reason why, I was.
I gotta. Sorry to interrupt though, and I gotta bounce, boys. You guys have the good rest of the show. I
I'll
go to
see
the
you,
movie
brother.
with the daughter, so
All right,
you
brother.
guys have a good one.
All right, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
easy,
man.
Shane. Always good catching up with you, man.
Thanks for coming, man.
So what were you saying, Anthony?
I was about to say that I noticed that if anybody would like consider it would be him, only because he wants to make random characters nobody else is making. Henceforth, all the stuff he's doing, the Candymans and all the other ones. So I would see him actually taking that and saying, yeah, it's a market for it, because nobody else is doing the turtles but him, you
Yep.
know. And then he's got that. What's that one chick that's sitting on the throne like a lady?
Oh, Lady Death.
Lady Death, yeah.
Her. And then the other lady that's got that little weird help and a crazy hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? With the
Oh,
weird,
which
the
lady?
little.
Yeah.
So he's doing like
Yeah.
this weird stuff, bro.
Hopefully he makes something. It would be nice to see some different people make
Yeah.
some Predator statues. But go ahead, Kev. What were you gonna say?
As I say, I've been really impressed with PCS lately. They're becoming a
I
clear
am too.
competitor in the market. So
Yep.
kudos to Ant and all of them, man. Keep pushing it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
definitely
I think-
putting his foot in that door to keep it open and make sure that he's making a statement. So
Yeah. People are forgetting Pop Culture Shark only fell out because the owner didn't care. So when,
Yeah.
of course, Ant stepped in, he said, I got to give it a good name again, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So here's the Candyman. I think this is a 1/3 scale.
yeah.
Base looks really good in my opinion. I love this concept that they did with the bees.
Mhm.
We'll see that in a couple of portrait pictures. Actually, you can see it a little bit right there. But yeah, I mean, this looks just like Candyman. My only one critique from this, if you get a little closer on his hair, I think his hair details could have been a little bit better, but I think everything else, and that's a nitpick, I think that it's still really good.
Yeah, because the texture would have been the same like on the blade, and his is done fine that they made.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you're a horror fan, I don't see why you wouldn't get this, you know?
Fine.
You got the skulls on the side.
So who was that making the 1/3 horror? Like I know there was like a Jason when he was standing on the dock. Wasn't that Prime One?
PCS made a Leatherface.
Okay, because somebody made a Jason where he was standing on the dock and the water was underneath it, like sculpted clear resin a while back. But that was 1/3.
That's an old school one, right? You're talking about?
So that's what I'm saying.
I forget who made that.
So you got 1/3 horror pieces you could put with him.
This is excellent. This is like straight off the film.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the actor was in one of the scenes. He was standing by. He took a picture. The real actor was there. He was there.
He was out there this week, and I saw that. That was cool.
Yeah.
You mean this guy?
There we go.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, and let me tell you something. You could tell it's him. Just look at the look.
Yes.
The likeness is right there.
Yep. And that's with him being like every bit of 15 years ago age, but
oh yeah. Yeah.
I still remember him in The Rock.
But you see here, this is what I'm talking about. And this is a nitpick, but you see the texture in the hair. Maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe it's washing it out a little bit with the lighting. That happens sometimes with these because they got glass cases around them. Right. But I think he did an excellent job on this. And Adams is, we see your hard work, man. Just keep going. You're doing great. All right. So this piece, I wanted to talk about this. I'll let you guys start first. We'll start with Kevin. Kevin, what do you think?
So I'm with Shane when he initially said there's a lot going on here. I have to really take some time and look at this. I would say at first glance, it probably, and I'm a Spider-Man fan, it probably wouldn't go into my collection. I don't know how it would really fit, but again, if you just want like this kind of representation of Carnage and you had a way to rotate it, I feel like there's a lot of detail that you're going to lose out on because of how they did this. So it's going to be hard to display. It just depends on your display area, but I would say this would probably be a pass for me.
Yeah.
Anthony, what do you think?
Well, I agree with both Shane and Kevin, but the thing about me is I'm just weird like that. So if I was to get a piece like this, I would have to get a turntable and it would have to go somewhere in the glass. So when company came over, they'd be like, oh, okay, you got Carnage. I'm like, no, I got Carnage with a little bit of everything going on because there was like certain pieces in there, like Cloak and Dagger was in there at the bottom, you know what I mean? It's the doppelgangers in there. So like, I don't even really know Spidey, but I know his characters enough like that. And if you got like, see down there, you know what I mean? Yeah. You got her at the bottom. So it's just little stuff. I have to get it spinning.
Yeah, and a symbiote.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I think this Carnage face is killer. Mm-hmm. I think the symbiote looks good. Mm-hmm. My only critique of this statue, because I try to look at the pros and cons of everything, right? I want to be as fair, but as honest as possible. But I don't like to trash statues, and I don't think this is trash by any means. I think that it's got too many elements, in my opinion, and there's too many different elements combining into one thing. It was almost like you had five different people's ideas, and you kind of you crammed it in. But here's the thing: all the ideas are nice, they're cool. I just don't think they belong together. So that's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people like it, but when I look at this, and if we look at this from far, sitting right here, right?
Yeah.
The head is the only thing that for me, is the head is the most attractive thing to me, right? But then all of this over here, when I'm not up close, because it doesn't look bad up close, but further away, it looks a little messy to me. And that's not an insult to the statue. That's just my critique and my opinion. Again, I love the stuff that PCS does. I love their RoboCop. I'm collecting the Turtles. Their Shredder's awesome. So the Candyman we just saw was off the chain. Their Blade is killer. for me, this piece was a little bit of a miss, only
Overdone.
because you got so many different ideas in one thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's like a word like overkill. Would that be saying going too far using that word? Because we already know what the Spidey people are. So would you say overkill?
I think what they were trying to achieve was like just a killer different piece, like something completely different, which I really appreciate that they're trying something different and thinking outside the box. I could not love that more. But for somebody that likes it and wants all those elements in it, great. That's yours. That's your, and it's okay for us not to like everything. But like this stuff right here, look at this. This looks great. Up close, even when you zoom up close. But when you get, my problem is when you get here. When you get here, it gets a little lost for me.
Yeah.
Like this.
Now, I know that, you know what I think would have probably been cool if there was no Venom face, and let's say it was just like the symbiote, like the black goo, and then it's like grabbing everybody, like grabbing the Carnage and grabbing the Venom. Maybe that would have even like been able to pull off, because now you're telling everybody's gonna get venomized or carmonized, or whatever, you know. That would have even probably.
What I think he said, he took like comic covers or something, and he put them all together.
This is from that series Maximum Carnage. Looks like.
Yeah.
So. Anyway. All right.
Here we go, Anthony. Here's that piece you were talking about.
Yeah.
Akuma, right? Akuma?
Yeah.
This is like the greatest picture ever.
Massive. Look how big he is.
This is like the best picture.
This the picture that I had posted when we were doing Critical Show. Man, everybody was like, I didn't know it was that big. Where you gonna? I'm like, that's what I'm saying, man.
That thing is massive.
I would just have to put that on the.
That's got to be over 40 inches.
Yeah.
Easily. That's got to be about 43 inches.
Yeah.
Maybe 45.
I'm gonna say 48. Almost. Shoot, man, 4 feet, man. 4 feet person.
Yeah, it might be 4 feet tall. Might be.
Anthony, do you find yourself playing this character a lot when you do Street Fighter? Or?
That was the person I played the most. That's why when I seen it, I was like, man, it's gonna. I mean, because my whole thing is like, some people don't have restrictions. I got rules. I don't never do a double character, and I don't actually step out of X-Men. That's why I've always been X-Men exclusive for the 10 years I've been in the hobby. But this piece here is making me, man, it's just itching, man.
Right.
Oh, Kev, I don't want to forget about the chat. If you could keep an eye on the chat for me, please.
You got it, man.
For these pictures. Appreciate it. Blue Collar Collector was saying, man, love this statue. Yeah. Anyway, I love the fact like that somebody that works hard and working on these projects, and when somebody captures them looking at it like this, I like that. Just like Jay, when they had Jay looking at his LBS statues.
Yeah.
But crazy. If you're a Street Fighter collector, like if I liked it as much as I did like Predator, I would buy this thing to heartbeat.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like that is killer. And that face is killer. Like that is like one crazy looking face. Great base. All right, RoboCop. We saw this a couple times. So this is from RoboCop. What's this? I think this is from the first RoboCop. This is from RoboCop 2, I believe.
Yeah, that's the way they said it.
I like this a lot better. I still like this one. I think this looks good. But I like this one too.
Because when you think of RoboCop, you're thinking of that plain solid gray. You know what I mean? That chameleon looking one in part 2. You're just like, eh.
Yeah. I loved RoboCop as a kid. I thought about getting this piece a couple times, but I got to try to stay within my lines.
You know, this is getting real nitpicky, but what I loved about the first RoboCop was when he always looked the opposite direction from when he fired.
Yeah.
I just love that. For some reason, if Ant could do one additional little pose, I would have loved to see him shooting in the opposite direction.
When he does like one of these, when he's like, he like targets somebody and he hits
he could have even had this pose here, but the face go to the right instead of straight looking.
Something like that, exactly. I would have died. I would have been
yeah, for sure.
This is his iconic pose, though. This is exactly how his pose looks. Actually, his hand is typically a little bit higher with it upwards, but yeah, this is definitely the pose when he fires his pistol.
See, everybody's saying in the chat, I love Street Fighter, but that is just too big for me.
yeah, that's really big. So yeah, those are the RoboCops. Then you had some more Street Fighter pieces. This is kind of hard to see here. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah,
Let's see.
110. So
You got the Bison.
Yep. But back again on that 110th, man. Just like the X-Men lineup, man. They make good 110th, man.
Yeah, what was the size of these?
These the 110th. They just like the X-Men you were talking about.
Yeah, so 8 inches. Yep, you're right. Yep. These are cool little pieces too. Somebody that likes Street Fighter, you know, you might not have to collect like whole lines. You just want to grab a piece here and there to have it on the desk at the office, or maybe your kid likes it and they like Street Fighter and they want to put something near their little PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah, I think for like, especially with most of us like hardcore collectors, I think once somebody goes in on this, they're gonna get all of them, because the 110th isn't gonna take up massive amounts of real estate. So it's not going to be a lot of space you got to worry about losing. And it won't be like them X-Men diorama with them Sentinels. They eat up a lot of real estate. They're all just together in one big pose. So from left to right,
Looks like Dwayne's all in on these guys, and I think it's going to be a great lineup in front of someone's TV or something like that.
Yeah, I like these.
Or something like that to put them in. It'll be great.
These look awesome,
Dwayne
man.
didn't tell me he was I'm finna get on him. He didn't tell me he was doing that. Because he's a diehard X-Men with me, so we're always like feedback, like, hey, what do you think of this piece? I'm finna get on him. I did not know he was sneaking behind my back.
You did not clear this with Anthony.
Yeah, it's on. Dwayne, you're in trouble, buddy.
Sorry,
My
Dwayne.
man, the nice guy. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin.
No, I was just apologizing to Dwayne.
The nice guy. What's going on, nice guy? The Street Fighter 1/10th scale is awesome. And it's going to make a connecting base to pose them like the art print at the end of the line.
I love that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Adam. When he first teased it, he teased them as a set, like all of them together. So most people, when they get all in on it, it's the same thing like with the X-Men. People got all the X-Men Sentinels. They didn't just get one or two. Most people got all three, and then they got all the proximity pieces. You know what I'm saying? So this will be the same way, bro. And that's way more space the Street Fighter is going to take up. So.
And see, like I like Prime One, right? Like that's like that's probably my favorite statue company, right? But like I wish I could take Aunt Adam's train of thought and put it with Prime One sometimes, because like they both make excellent statues. It's just that Aunt Adams thinks outside the box constantly. Like he's constantly looking for ways to think outside the box. So like the connecting bases and all that is what I mean, is my point.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Mitchell and I had the same kind of childhood growing up, because I used to watch the hell out of RoboCop. So
hell yeah,
I wore through that.
That was brutal. That was brutal the way he died.
Yep.
RoboCop, they shot his ass up. I mean, he just.
I always laugh. The cityscape in RoboCop, it's supposed to be Detroit, but me being from Dallas, they actually used a lot of the buildings from Dallas as the cityscape for future Detroit. So.
That's cool. This is not PCS, but I forget who took this picture. It might have been the Batman statue collector, but you got some Voltron.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's Blitzwave. I don't even think I caught these.
I don't think Dr. Mike's there anymore, but I'll say screw Power Rangers. Voltron all day, every day.
Voltron all day, man. This was what Power Rangers kind of like worked off of, so they can make.
Yeah, I was about to say they stole from Voltron, because Voltron was first. So yeah.
As a kid, I always laughed because Voltron would always get their ass kicked and stuff, and then they make the sword and they'd beat the guy down. And you're like, why didn't you make the sword to begin with? What the hell's going on here, man?
Yeah, I just seen one like was going off, and it was at the end, and it was like the Voltron movie, Kev, where the car Voltron had to come down, and then they were fighting with the regular Lion Voltron, and they were both losing to one robot. And then at the end, they both take out the sword, and then the cars take out theirs, and then they slice it. I'm like Kev said, I'm like, what was that at? You should have been took the sword out, Like,
hey, let me tell you,
I got an idea. Let's try this.
I had a Voltron toy that was like, I was like almost a third scale, and that thing was pure metal. It was like, it was a heavy ass metal toy. Yeah, and man. I mean, you could kill somebody with it, but they don't make toys like that anymore. And all the lions disconnected through their tails.
Yes.
It was so cool, man. I had that.
Yeah, what I noticed too, a lot of pieces don't even look that big in person, bro, because I didn't know that XM Sandman mallet was that big until like Chris who's in Canada as well, did his review, and he took it off next to his face. I was like, bro, you can smack somebody with that thing, bro. A freaking big old mallet. You know? It's crazy.
Adam, I really like this.
This is killer.
Man, I love this.
Mitch, I agree with you. Mitch is saying, Adam, it is great that he is not afraid to interact with the community. He's talking about Amp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He takes a lot of good feedback.
XM used to have that feedback group until somebody and I was in the group that we had, and somebody leaked the Star Wars Malik and Raven, and after that they disassembled the group, and they've not been the same, bro, because they don't have that feedback. You need collectors to be able to give you some good feedback, man. It helps a lot, man.
Yeah, you're very right. Well, if you want to thrive as a company.
Yeah, for sure.
Kevin, this is more of your era than it is mine. Do you like these?
Oh, I love this. I've been waiting. I want to see how big is that guy going to be? Because
if it's Blitzway, that's 1/4 most likely, because they didn't know. I take that back, because they do both. Because remember Bruce Lee, that everybody thought was going to be 1/3. He's 1/4, so it's probably 1/4 if I had to guess.
If I could get a 1/3 of that, I might be all in with that and the Tiger.
Well, for this, it might be a 1/10 scale, though, from how big they are. You know what I mean? So it might be a 1/10 Voltron, but still be really big.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like how XM did.
So it'll be the size of a third, yeah. But I get what you guys are saying, yeah. But, like, this is great. Yeah. So, I mean, look at that. That portrait is Voltron all day.
Yep.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of what XM did with that Transformers line, where you get the robot and then what it transforms into.
Yeah.
Right.
This is very cool.
Right.
I love this.
But I'm wondering if they're gonna do separate, like you buy it like that, or you do like you said.
Yeah,
you get
I think you're
like a premium thing where you can buy and get both.
Yeah.
Or you got to buy either or. So.
Or would they buy you talking about would they buy all of these together, or buy the Voltron and the Lions?
Well, because I'm thinking that I don't know if those Lions will be sold individual. I'm thinking that
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's a set. Or they're gonna say get Voltron and then get this, and they make it like a premium edition, kind of like what LBS got them weird names with Prestige and all that. So it's gonna be hard to see how.
That's a good question. I wonder, will these sell individually?
Because it's Blitzway, so it depends on how they're gonna do it.
So I could see that set up of the Lions. If you had the space, put Voltron in the background and put those in the foreground. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Woo! We talked.
Yeah. That's so you could get an idea. Obviously, this is a render, but like, and it's not a great render, but you get an idea of what he'll look like with the colors. I think that's going to really pop and look good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got to think of the color they're going to use. Green. What's that? Green, blue, yellow.
I mean,
red.
pretty much everything.
So, yeah.
All right. We saw this before, but now we got a closer like picture of it. Blade.
Yeah, I'm happy for my boy. I'm happy for my brother Rashid. It's day one for him. He already ordered these.
This looks so good. I like this.
But this is what I was telling you about the hair texture. How his is, is copacetic as opposed to like Candyman needing a little bit of. So I don't know. Same hair texture, bro. And it's more crisp on here. So.
All right. So I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the new, help me out, Ant, with this one. What's her name again? Witchblade? Is it Witchblade?
Yeah. Yes, Witchblade. Mm-hmm.
So this is the new Witchblade that XM is doing. What do you guys think of this initially when you first see it?
Well, you already know me. The first thing I'm saying is I would give them the whole why they not doing expression, but like it's got to be something where it's just they just locked in on that, man. There's no way that all the guys are getting expression, all the women aren't. So they're trying to make these women like fierce, like strong-willed and all that. But still, man, you got to do some type of. The face is just killing everybody, man. And they're getting the same feedback. Wonder Woman, no expression. My Rogue, no expression. My Psylocke, no expression. Like this one, no expression. She's just looking like, yeah, I'm just here for the model shoot. I'm ready to go home to my husband. That's what I get when I see it. That's what I get. That's what I get. And this coming from an XM shirt wearing guy, so you can't say, "Oh, he's an XM."
Oh no, listen. Out of anybody that could talk, you're the guy that could talk because you collect the most XM. So I get it. I mean, we can all give our opinions, but you especially, just because you see firsthand all these statues, or most of them.
Yeah.
But Kevin, what do you think?
This one should be a layup for them, but I'm 100% with Anthony. The face here just fell flat. I'm like, how? Oh, this is if I use a sports cliche, I feel like this is putting the ball on the 1 yard line. It's like, oh, you almost got there.
Yeah.
Just didn't.
Yeah, you just stepped out of bounds and thinking you was going to score, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Figure Kong? Blue Collar is saying this is underwhelming. I agree with you. The Blue Collar Collector. Yep, good point. Which play not so, but yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Angelus was better. Yeah. Yep. All right. So what I think about it is pretty much what Anthony thinks about it. It's like, I think this piece is actually really nice, and we'll look at the other pictures here as we're talking. Here's another angle. I mean, this is not good, guys, in my opinion. It's not good.
And the face ain't ugly. It's just, like.
And it's not ugly, and it's not like, I don't want to say terrible either, but like, okay, like let's look at the rest of the statue. Like this, the detail, and this, we'll all look slower at this, but just look at a quick glance.
Yeah.
This looks amazing, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey,
even these guys got expression.
Yeah, goblins.
Jesus.
But you know why they got expression? Though? They're not female goblins. They're male goblins. So
what is going on here?
Oh my gosh, bro.
And here's the thing. I love XM. XM does great work. XM, you've got to stop doing this.
We've been doing it for 3 years.
Got to stop doing this. This is not good. If a collector feels that this is good, great for you. This is just my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is trash, but it's a nice portrait with no expression. And I actually think the portrait could be done a little bit better too.
Yeah, it could be tweaked too. Yeah.
So I feel like XM always has the ability to set the bar. I mean, go back to Storm behind Anthony. No one is going to match that Storm. It's just awesome. But when you come out of the gate and you just put that bar on the ground, it was like, now you're opening it up for all your other competitors to come in and beat you out.
Yeah, exactly.
All we got to do is just make that face a little bit more sexier and go back to even what Premium Format's been doing with their go back to Sideshow Collectibles and what they're doing with their women's faces. They could beat those.
Yeah.
Would all the statue companies that are coming out now and making it a more competitive landscape for everybody to compete against each other, especially with the same type of statues, you got to really, really make sure that you are on point before you release this stuff. Yep. And if you look at something and you had to second guess it, chances are is that you probably got to go back and touch it up or do something with it. You know what I mean? Or tweak it.
Yeah.
Because
and the sad part too. Go ahead, my bad.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but that's what I was telling you and Kev. Like from an outside looking in, I don't want to really say this, man, because y'all, like I said, I support that Tim, but it's almost like I think back to they've had that feedback group since Mags on Throne, right? I got in the group. The Mags on Throne came out in 2015. I got in the group in 2016. So from 2016 until 2020, we had 50 people in there from like me and Gio and like Alex, like just guys that would be able to tell, hey, tweak this, tweak that. It was great. But even then, the good thing was that they couldn't let nothing like this would have made it to the group, right? Because everybody would have said, boom. So here's the thing. I want you to think about the pieces we were able to talk to them about. Like Kev said, Storm, right? With Emma, we told them, well, make her like a sexy look, right? Dark Phoenix was part of our feedback group, and then they stopped. Then they stopped the group. Now, guess what came after they stopped the group? Psylocke I got. Rogue I got. the new gene that's coming out with the feet. All of that is without the group, bro. So you know the difference. But like with Magic and Storm and Emma and Dark Phoenix, which is the women are actually sell more than the men on the X-Men side, right? For me. Mm-hmm. They all had the feedback from the group. So we wouldn't have let that junk ride. But now that they don't have a feedback group and they're just, I mean, as you can see, man, it's just lackluster, man, which is sad for a company because it makes me think, what if they didn't have us giving that feedback? Who knows? We wouldn't have had expression with those because everybody's not giving them credit. We've been giving feedback for how long now? It's like XM. Here's what I've been seeing lately, and I want to go back. Can you go back to that last comment real quick, please?
Yeah. Which one?
Fatals.
Fatals, gotcha.
Actually, go back to Blue Collars too. We'll start with Blue Collar and then go down to Fatals. So, I'm confused. A company with talent and skill, how are they dropping the ball on all aspects of their statues?
Yep.
Listen, and I don't want anybody to be influenced by what I'm saying or any of the panel members to be influenced by or them influence the chat. I want honest opinions. And if you guys are being honest, it's a problem. Yeah. Here's another thing. Fatal, beautiful statue with a lifeless face. The eyes are dead. Sideshow and CBS Labs doing big things with female portraits.
Right on.
I agree.
Right on.
He's right. This
is Sideshow. That's why I said it's always done females good. You know, at some point I hated the whole. This is how you know XM fell off. It used to be guys where XM and Sideshow would have to compete because everybody was like, "Oh, the Sideshow Storm's coming out. Let's see if she's going to compete with XM." Not anymore. If Sideshow comes out with the same character as XM, hands down, it's going to be a lifeless XM portrait. So Sideshow's going to slaughter them. Whereas back in the days, you couldn't compare like the Storm to the new Storm. They're going to or you can't compare XM Dark Phoenix to the Sideshow Dark Phoenix because, like the XM, they beat them out on certain pieces, but not anymore, bro. It's new times, man. They right back in that lifeless pieces for their women, bro. I can't think of a woman right now that XM has made in the last few years that she's got expression.
You can't say that you can't do a really good portrait for any statue that's a female statue, and then have some like random little gremlin at the bottom of a statue that has an expression that looks better than the main person in your statue.
Yep.
This is the problem you have. And now I know Mitch was saying that he likes this. I think Mitch, I think you said you might be getting this. I'm not sure. I think I saw that somewhere, but I'm a fan of the Witcher blade, and I like this statue, but the portrait does need some tweaking. This is a guy that likes your statue and potentially wants to buy your statue, but will he? Probably, if he still likes it. But, nobody wants to buy a statue on it's a okay portrait, especially when you're spending over $1,000. But anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I do think XM Studios is a great studio. I think they do amazing work. It's just lately the portraits have been lacking tremendously with female statues, and they just need to work on that a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you can, like Adam, is there any way you can? So what I should have had you do was like go to the other XM Witchblade they did before that, and you'll see why everybody's so mad, because this was like every bit of, we're talking about 5 years old, and you would think that the face would be, and her face ain't even bad from then. It's worse now. If you just Google the regular XM Witchblade and go to her, like her other pose and stuff, her face ain't even that bad, man. As opposed to, we're talking about like 4 years later, man. Like that was 2000, we're in 23, that was 19. No, Witchblade came out in 18. We're talking about 5 years ago, man, with the other XM Witchblade. And you would think that this would be an improvement like most companies do with Sideshow and XM, but it's a downgrade face-wise, man. It's crazy. No expression whatsoever. I probably can even show it my phone right here. This is the whole. It looks like this. It looks like that.
See that?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
It looks like this.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Love that.
I wanted to make sure I had the right one here. I'll show it right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my point. Like how you go down over 5 years. That was 2018. Like,
well, this one, I'll be honest. This one doesn't look fantastic either, but let me show you.
But that's why I was telling you though, you can't go from 5 years to that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
How you gonna go 5 years and you're going the opposite way? Like
that face isn't that great either,
But that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like they go from 5. Like it's almost like if you have to take 5, they're gonna be like, wait, they must be done the same time. That's what I'm saying. Like,
like this was a cool statue.
Yeah, that's Sideshow again. That was
yeah.
Aqua lady thing.
But anyway, that is a problem in my opinion.
Crazy, bro. I
think they need to work on that a little bit more. Yeah, because we're not talking about a $700 piece here, guys. You got $600-700 pieces. We just saw Kevin's new pre-order on the Poison Ivy, and I mean it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. This statue is going to be at least $400-500 more than that other statue, maybe $400 more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can't.
Yeah.
It needs to be,
especially with her base being that big. That's $1,200 minimum, bro.
Well, let's do this.
Easy.
Let's do this. Let's continue looking at the rest of the statue because let's give it a fair chance because we already beat up the portrait pretty good. So let's look at the rest of the statue.
No, I think the sculpt on the rest of the statue, it casts
amazing.
blade. It's great. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. It's great. I mean, I love the detail I see here.
Yep.
In her gauntlets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then this armor.
They're even partnered with the company. I gotta remember them name too. So that's why I said at first I was just saying, well, XM just doing that on like not really on purpose, guys, but like they just gonna make all their females lifeless moving forward. But this one's actually in partnership. The same thing they do with LBS. So they didn't have full say on it, and even the partnership let this slide through. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know,
this looks good. I love these little creatures down at the bottom with the hat and everything. This like dragon looking character or creature is cool. I love this little guy right here.
Yeah.
You know, I think everything else looks amazing.
Okay, Adam, do you see that thing that Jarhead put?
Where?
Right here. That's because you see what he says?
Oh, that's because XM's artist left. Yeah.
Okay, so let me address that. That's incorrect. Just that. Okay, so Jarhead, I'm gonna show you an example of why that's incorrect. And no disrespect to you, because I know you're a good collector too. What I mean by when I said company direction, the owners of XM must have went to a no spray shirt special. So I'm gonna throw this at you, Adam. Rogue by XM, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got her. No expression. All right. Dark Phoenix by XM, same sculptor, Martin Augusta. So let's check that box. Okay. See how Dark Phoenix has a screaming pose with the fiery hair like Krypton?
Yeah.
Great. That's the piece that I'm getting. I'm getting rid of my Sideshow and I'm getting the XM Dark Phoenix. Okay. Yep. That's one example. Next example, XM Emma, and XM Magic, same sculptor. XM Psylocke, no expression, same sculptor. But what we're talking about as opposed to 2017 and 18 and 19 sculpting with expression as opposed to 2020, 21, 22 when we lost the feedback group. That's my point. So even though they have lost Philip, who did Emma and Magic and stuff, and then they let loose Martin, who did Rogue and Dark Phoenix. My point is that's the same sculptor. One has no expression, so I know it wasn't Martin's fault. And then Dark Phoenix is awesome. Psylocke was done by Philip, no expression, and then Emma and Magic came out great with their expression, same sculptor. So there you have it. Just wanted to chime in on that.
I mean, you're right. Like this right here is amazing to me. Like this whole, look at it real good. You look at this gigantic creature. I mean, you're getting a whole other statue with her, right? Which is amazing. I like this. And then you got another creature on top of the creature. So everything else looks great to me. They just need to work on the portrait, but we won't beat that horse anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It'd be just like when they did XM Wonder Woman. Everybody's like, "What is this?" So it's just when it comes to women, I don't even look forward to feedback being positive.
Yeah, and that's a shame because there's a lot of beautiful. You can make a really beautiful female character and still make her look fierce or dynamic or like she's about to do something. But anyway,
right. Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is the Samurai Killer Croc from XM. Initial thoughts on this, guys?
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, you know me, I'm all in on this. I like the Samurai line. If I wasn't doing X-Men, I would have got. Of course, everybody's hating it. But,
why does everybody hate it?
Because they don't like the fact that when they're doing Samurai, they're like, well, why is Croc holding weapons? He should be more like a savage with his claws only to do, damage. So.
Mm. Yeah, this is great looking. I like the water. I like the colors. I like the concept. I mean, this is a samurai piece. If you're collecting the samurai line, this whole samurai line. You got to think outside. Well, you got to be ready to think outside and look at it a little different than you would their traditional pieces.
Yeah.
But I mean, the details and textures and paint application,
crazy
weapons.
Details.
I love the colors. The water is done well.
Yep.
It's a dynamic pose. You got the cool Asian style necklace.
And I know some people kept asking about why they didn't make his water like clear resin. They haven't really wanted to touch clear resin since Green Phoenix that they made. you know, because they was worried about like cracks over time. And hers never cracked, but that's why they've been doing like all sides. Same thing with the Dark Phoenix flames. That's why hers flames are dark. Same thing as this water. So
yeah. Hey Dennis, thanks for joining us, man. Looks good to me, but $1,600 is crazy. Is it $1,600?
Man, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it, man. Yeah, but that's got to be right because he's already up for pre-order, so that would have been accurate. They would have been able to look that up. So, you know.
I mean, that looks like a pretty sizable piece too, though.
Oh, he's gonna be big. He'll be big as Colossus that I got. He'll be huge.
That looks pretty big. He's a big character.
Yeah, that's what I said. He'll be huge. He'll be big like XM Colossus was. He's huge.
Yeah. I mean, this looks great. I like the water too. I like the skulls. I mean, I like this statue. I just don't collect the samurai stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. For somebody who's like all in, they're giving you different people, so it works out in their favor, you know.
Yeah. And like the red wood, the broken off like this looks great. The moss. I mean, a lot of detail in this stuff. You like this statue, Kev?
Yeah, I like it. All the samurai pieces have attracted me, but as it's been said before, it's not something I necessarily collect. But man, if I went over to someone's house, I would probably go over to this part of their collection first if they had this line.
Yeah.
It's because of the amount of detail that goes into this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Expression.
Yeah, man, that's bad, right?
Even the mask got expression.
I'm trying to think if Batwoman had expression that's coming out, the newest one.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like his teeth. Did you notice this? His teeth underneath the mask?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
I probably like this one the least, but it's still cool.
Yeah, it's almost like you're giving him white hair. He ain't got no hair, crocodile, man.
Yeah, I don't dig the whole like hair thing, but I like
crocodile got no hair. That's definitely gonna be the third out of the three. Definitely the third.
Yeah, I love the way this looks.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm looking at the Samurai Batwoman right now, and the expressions, the face, the portrait looks a lot better than what we've seen before, but not a lot of expression in it. The
Batwoman?
Samurai?
Yeah. That's what I said. It's just for females, man. Like, it's crazy, bro. How one company can give all dudes the raw, screaming look, and then on the women, it's like, so women can't be fierce. It's almost like they turned into sexism whenever they started the last 3 years, man. But I will tell you this, Adam, that you and Kev may not be aware of. About 2 years ago, they did get a new investment company. So maybe they're like kind of be safe, and maybe they're saying like, well, don't make women look as aggressive, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be.
It's got to be something, man, because there's no way that Dark Phoenix was screaming like that, and then I don't know, man.
This is true. They gave the Mighty Thor Jane a little expression. Yeah, you're right about that. Anyway, this was The Witcher from Blitzway. Now, I will tell you, like, when you initially see this picture, you're like, oh my God, what happened with his portrait? But then, like, when I saw the video of it, I think Batman Statue Collector was showing a video of it.
Okay.
And this picture shows it a little bit better. It looks like.
Oh, okay. Now it's him.
It still looks good. Yeah. The problem is with these cases, these glass cases, and the lighting and the angle, it can make things look pretty different.
Yeah.
But when you see it on video, it looks a lot better. But again, we still got to wait for all the production pieces. So here's a clearer shot of this. I love this piece.
That's getting better right there.
I love this piece.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know a lot about The Witcher, but I would imagine this is a really cool, like, story. I just never got into it.
It's phenomenal, from the books to the video games.
Right, I was about to say it's real popular, believe it or not.
Yeah,
it's real popular.
Oh yeah. I know it's popular. I just want to see. I want to watch the show. I want to watch the show with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this before, but like, I love his armor. This looks amazing. That's the quarter scale over there in the background.
Gotcha.
That's the third
So
scale.
that's the third. Oh, okay. So they're doing both.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks amazing. I know some people were complaining about like how stiff he looks, like just standing there, but he looks like he's like you pissed him off and he just turned around and he wants to F you up.
Yeah. Yep.
And I like these little like potions or whatever I guess he uses this in the show or the game, these little like vials.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really nice touch. And I think these straps look almost real. But
no, it's a great piece. And I could see fans being real excited about this one.
oh yeah. I think they did great on his likeness.
I mean, they got cuts into the leather armor and stuff like that. It looks
Yeah, I
great.
didn't even notice that. Yeah. Like he's been through a couple fights.
Of course.
All right, now to the Lord of the Rings. I don't know who makes this again, Kev? Do you know?
I don't know. I quickly saw this one this past week. Not sure.
I heard it was huge. I heard it was a huge piece.
Yeah. So I mean, I could see if I still find it.
Oh, there go the hobbits right there. Look at the hobbits.
Yeah.
Picking 'em
That's
up.
how you know it's big. Mm-hmm.
Pretty good likeness.
Yep.
Wow, this thing looks epic. Like,
Is that an illustration or is that the actual statue? Because the statue we were looking at looked a lot more washed out. Is that an illustration of it, or?
I think that's the actual statue.
Because from that angle, it looks great.
It looks phenomenal at that angle. I mean, I see texture and stuff down there.
Ledge is saying that this is from Weta.
Oh, from Weta. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
they do really good work.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this looks like a killer piece. I got to get the dimensions on this.
Yeah, if that one shot, because right there it looks a little washed out. I was just kind of like, I don't know.
It could just be like not the greatest pictures, but
Yeah.
there's so many statues I've seen pictures of, and then I seen them in real life, and I'm like, holy moly, that's a big difference.
And again, that's where I go back to, and I guess I understand from a cost standpoint why Sideshow didn't show up at Comic Con, but I think it's a huge miss. When people can't see those statues in person, I think it's a huge miss.
Appreciate that, Ledge.
Yeah, and they've been doing that. What, they're in their third year now with that kid?
Yeah, they kind of picked that up during COVID where they were shooting it out of their warehouse and whatnot. And it's fine and all, but man, I tell you, even when I walk into a comic book store, there might be a statue I look past, but then I see it live and I'm like, son of a gun, I really got to get that.
Here's Son Goku. I didn't even notice this down here before. Look at all the little buildings.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at the detail.
I didn't even notice the buildings.
That's the whole little what they call that capsule corps area.
Yeah, Capital Corps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Boo flying around over there too. Yep.
Yeah. Man, he annoyed the shit out of me for a little while.
Yeah, that version of him can get annoying pretty quick. And then we got like a Super Saiyan 2 right up there going on.
I just hated he was so dingy, like, "Boo, we'll eat you," you know. So
I turn you into a cookie and eat you. Yeah, he was a little annoying.
It was weird. But what do you guys think about, like, how do you like the water and the little city down here with him, with Boo on the side, and then
This is in a line. This is right in line with everything else that comes out. It's anime. It's bright. It's vibrant. It's great colors. Everything's working really well. Again, Dragon Ball Z fan, it's gonna be a must. You gotta have this.
that's Super Saiyan 3, right?
Is it Super Saiyan 2 or 3? Yeah, I forget.
Might be 2 or 3. I don't know. I think it's 3
Yeah.
when his hair gets long.
yeah, this is when the hair's long like this. That's 3, guys.
Three.
That's 3. Yeah.
These are great little pieces, though, and they're always so, like, they're priced great, too.
Yep. I never liked the third version because he always seems like when he gets into it, he acts like he's just, his body's so heavy and he can't move that much or whatnot. And I was like, okay, well, don't get in that version. Don't do well in it.
Yeah. I like the switch outs, too. Like you got the little switch out stands.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, I'm finna hop off with you and Kev. The little one woke up, so she wanted to eat everything and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
So
man.
Like saying,
Man, thanks for
I
buddy.
didn't know we went through 2 hours already. I was like, man, it's already freaking 2 hours and 50.
Yeah, I'm getting ready
quick,
to.
man.
We're getting ready to wrap this up actually pretty quick here.
For
But
sure, man.
thanks for coming, Anthony. I appreciate it, man. And
Yeah, man.
you
Yeah,
know
I just
what
want to
we're
give
talking
everybody some knowledge because I know a lot of people don't know like the XM stuff, so that's why I try to be like hands on and kind of like give everybody an idea behind the scenes what really why it's been as bad as it's been. You know, like with the sculptors leaving, like I said. I mean, when I try to tell everybody about the feedback group that way they'll have an idea like how did the company just be knocking out hit after hit after hit. Well, when you don't got that feedback and you're not taking, like y'all said, the feedback that we're even giving you, there you go, man. Like, because for example, that Nova, where he's like NBA Jams, like you're on fire. That's the first that would have never made it to the group, bro. I'm just being 100. That would have never made because literally, bro, a post like that, it was people, I mean, y'all know Geo, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got guys like Geo and me. Like when you got like imagine 50 Geo and X-Men exclusives in the group telling you, bro, that's not gonna sell. That like nobody wants to play NBA Jam with Nova. Change it would have got changed. But now that there's no group, they're making stuff like that lackluster, man. So I wish them the best. You know what I mean? They're my favorite company, but I've been having to do customs now or just, so
Yeah.
it is like, even that little. I don't know if you're gonna show it or not, Adam, but like even like the Dawn of X Professor X that they tease, like it's a cool pose to have him standing up. But from an X-Men collector to you and Kev, I'm just telling you now, most everybody's mad about you didn't finish Beast, you didn't give us Bishop, you didn't give us Jubilee. How you gonna just jump straight to Dawn of X? And then that Mr. Sinister was an abomination. That's why Shane was saying he put the picture next to my shirt. I was like, dude, I would never go on Adam's show with that. So it's just
that was that Mr. Sinister, yeah.
I'm with you, Anthony. No Bishop so far, and that is to me has been the biggest. I really need him in my collection.
Yep.
Yeah. So I had to get accustomed just to get by, man. But it is what it is. But yeah, man. But thanks for having me on, though, man.
Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for all your input,
right,
man. It was really good, really good insight. So we'll catch you on the next one, man.
All right, man. Y'all be blessed, brothers.
You too, man.
Likewise.
All right, later, guys.
Love that guy. Got some good insights on. He gives. I mean, you could tell the seasoned collectors when you talk to them. You know what I mean? The guys that know a lot. So. Anyway, this kind of stuff was just fun stuff that I just saw, and I was like, okay, they kind of released it. They got like these Star Wars type bags, the Mandalorian bags.
Who released all these? Was this Disney or?
I just saw it on Sideshow's website. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, well, it'd be Sideshow. Yeah, well, I guess it's all through Disney at some point. They have the license,
but yeah, cool bag.
Hey, it's back to school. Hook up your kids with some Star Wars shit when they go.
Yeah, give them a cool bag.
Yeah, I mean, give them a fighting chance in school, right?
Like this right here, I'm all into the military pattern. I like that. That's cool. So, yeah, you can even get one for the wife if she's a rebel,
All right. My wife would be like, oh, hell no, don't give me anything that is into what you're into.
Oh, my wife would rock that shit. If she would just like the way it looked, and she would rock it. But anyway, I was just looking at this stuff real quick. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff today.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. And you said this week you're going to be doing an unboxing for everyone.
Yeah. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And if you like what you saw today, give it a like. Because also, after this, I will be doing the unboxing for the Donatello. I was going to do it live, but then I was like, just do it all in one take because there was so much to cover from the cons. I'm just going to go ahead and do the review after I get done here. And then hopefully it'll be done today. It might take me, depending on how fast it goes, I should get it done pretty quick though. And I'm curious because I know that you said that you wanted to hear my insight on a couple things. So let's see if I notice what you noticed. We haven't spoken about it yet, but let's see if I can bring it up in the review and then we'll talk about it after. But for everybody else, I really appreciate you guys joining us every Sunday.
Of course. Yeah,
everyone in the community is just so nice to us and has treated us so well. So we appreciate you guys truly. We do this, we don't do this for money or we don't do this for super chats or anything like that. And I could do that. And I think YouTube's send me a thing to sign up for it. I haven't even done it yet because it's not really my big concern, but it's more about hanging out with you guys and just talking about stuff that we love, statues. So, yeah, but that's basically it. Do you got anything else, Kev?
Nope. There's going to still be some follow-up here from Comic Con, I'm sure, next week. So a lot of more things coming out. As I said last week, these next couple of weeks are kind of like Christmas Eve for statue collectors. Things to get excited about. So keep your eyes open. There's going to be some new releases coming, and a good time to be a collector.
So out of everything, you got the Ivy, right? That was like your most anticipated.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped about the Ivy. So, and I love that Deathstroke too. Once that thing comes out on pre-order, I'm going to grab them.
I think that Ivy was the best thing I saw. The Ivy and the Ghost Rider, but I think the Ivy blows the Ghost Rider out of the water, just the way she looks. But two different kind of pieces there. But yeah, let's see what some of these guys are saying before we head out. I love DBZ, but is the Kai Blast hole to go down? What is Super Saiyan 3? He was just talking about some other stuff.
Yeah, the Vegeta. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can't wait for mine to arrive Thursday. Which figure was he talking about?
Con, were you talking about Donatello or?
He might be talking
about the Dragon Ball Z coming in.
Ledge, good show, guys. Take care, everyone. Thanks, Ledge. Knight, I thought you were going to show off the Iron Studios Thanos with the real gems. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that is a cool looking piece. People are really gushing about it.
That was Iron Studios, right? Let's see if we can look at that real quick. When's the Ivy supposed to come out? Next year sometime?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at that one. I thought for some reason I thought it was this fall. I think they're rolling that one out pretty quick.
I'm trying to see if I can get a picture of the Thanos real quick. Of course, I can't find any pictures on their website. I don't have a picture right now, but yeah, it was.
We'll roll out with it next week.
Yeah, we'll put it up in the Facebook group. Make sure if you guys aren't in the Facebook group, you join the Facebook group. It's the collectors table. If you ask to join the group, me or Kev will go ahead and get you guys in the group. And we talk a lot about what we talk about here during the work week. As we're working, we'll just drop a whole bunch of information in there for you guys. I started doing these questions of the day. A lot of people seem to like those. Yeah. I've been getting a couple messages about them. Hey, Adam, keep doing the questions of the day. So that was pretty cool. I'll keep doing that. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you guys joining us all here on the Collector's Table Live, where every collector has a seat. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.